We have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Spring has sprung in Arkansas, and the truck inventory at Gwatney Buick GMC is in full bloom. Now's the time to upgrade your trade, because the value of your current ride has sprung forward, and Gwatney's prices have rolled back during April's daylight savings. Trade up to a new 2025 GMC Sierra Crew Cab and save up to $13,500 off MSRP. Call 945-4444. These daylight savings aren't permanent. The time to act is now. Kick your current high rates to the curb and get a 2025 GMC Sierra as low as 0.9%. Right now, let Gwatney Buick GMC lower your truck payment with new GMC Sierras starting at just $479 a month. So set your watch to save during Gwatney Buick GMC's Daylight Savings. 5700 Landers Road next to Sam's in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 30976-31020. All offers through credit. Some offers require qualifying trade.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Roger Scott for Gravely Mowers. You know, when it comes to beautiful lawns, nothing cuts like a Gravely. When it comes to cutting prices, there's nothing like Gravely's biggest sale of the year, Mow the Distance. And this year, it's even bigger than ever. Because on March 17th through April 19th, you can save thousands of dollars with 0% interest over 48 months on all models. So hurry on down now to your local authorized Gravely dealer like Dacus Rental in Searcy or Haynes Home Center in Morrilton.
Let's go! You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Spring Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else.
Okay, we are upended on a terrific Tuesday. Going to be a fun show today. Thank you for tuning in, and we are in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio today and tomorrow, and then we're back on the road Thursday and Friday. UAMS Ortho
Thursday.
Now on Thursday.
Friday we are
at Gwatney Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Rounding out the week, getting ready for a great weekend coming up, but it's only Tuesday, so let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we?
We got any guests in the studio?
We have a couple of guests coming in. Well, you know, Susan comes in on Tuesdays.
Right.
And I was trying to get Rock and Roll Sushi to come in, but apparently Chris has a very busy week, so we have had to shift him to next week. It was good to see him yesterday, though. He got to play in the Buzz Golf Tournament.
Yeah, he always has a good outfit, good golf outfit.
Yep. Thanks again to Tito's Handmade Vodka. Appreciate Mac and the crew over there. Corky's Barbecue Lunch was huge, great, outstanding, awesome, and wonderful. Sonic for breakfast, Michelob Ultra all day. Beers for breakfast. Drink or be gone, as the man said, in cocktail. Olshan Foundation Repair and big hit. The Twin Peaks girls apparently very popular out on the course. I understand they. I'm not a tax person, but I understand that they made a small fortune yesterday. But listen, ladies,
hey.
I didn't see anything. I don't know anything. So whatever you report to the IRS is up to you.
It's up to you.
Anyway, speaking of the IRS, we just got this all ironed out at the end of the morning show into our show. If you have not filed your taxes yet, state or federal, it turns out, you don't have to do it for a while. I don't know if the date's exactly the same for the state, but for federal taxes, you do not have to put that in the mail today if you don't want to until, what did we say, November
3rd.
November 3rd. That's filing the return. That's paying the taxes. That's all that. And I'm like, how about you give us more of a heads up? I just talked to my tax guy, Bo Connor, the man, up in Conway. And he said they found out at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. This man does this for a living and has for a long time. The tax man's finding out at 4 o'clock the day before. How about a little heads up, federal government? Nothing happened this last couple of days. You knew what was going on. Maybe make a little quicker decision. At least the state got it together on Saturday when they made the announcement. But, Lord, if you're like, man, I really could have used that X amount of money that I paid to the federal government for a few more months. I mean, I don't mind. It's not a huge deal. But like I was telling you, but think if you paid like $20,000 in. And you could have that $20,000 sitting in an account and draw an interest for the next few months instead of having to pay it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice. Or if you actually were one of the people who had their homes damaged. It's like, man, I got a lot of ancillary bills to pay. while I'm waiting for my insurance to settle up.
Yeah.
Be nice to have that money, but
They
I went
should
ahead
just-
and paid
they-
the government because I didn't know that I had an extension.
They should have just got a break from a period.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a welcome thing for those who can use it, but for those of us who turned it in.
So are you into that type of thing? What would be the downfall if 1 year they're just like, hey, guess what? This year's on us.
Well, the government would crumble because we need money to run the government.
Just 1 year? It would make that big of a difference?
Yeah, it's a ton of money, DJ.
Okay, I'm just
I mean,
saying.
they're I don't even know if they're paying their bills now. I don't know if you checked out the latest deficit, but it's pretty significant.
Well, what about 50% off?
No, I don't think so, bud. I don't think we can afford that. I did see something interesting, and again, I'm not pushing one way or the other. I always thought having a grocery tax was dumb, but it's so insignificant comparatively to other taxes. I saw a thing it was in the Democrat Gazette today, and it said it would save the average person. And I may be misquoting, but I'm in the ballpark. $8 to $10 a year per person.
No way.
The grocery tax?
Yes. It's such a small amount.
Wow, it doesn't seem that small.
I
You know what does add up, though?
You're paying like 12 cents for every $100 you spend.
Okay.
So it's
the
do
big
math.
one, though, the liquor tax is insane.
It is insane. Now, that's the one we got to get repealed.
I want to know the math on that one.
No taxation without vodkaization.
Because they have the liquor and then the Arkansas liquor state tax.
Oh, it's outrageous.
That
But-
happened, 2 years ago?
Buddy, you know where it's worse? Alabama. When we go to the beach, we always buy our stuff here. Except for like beer, we won't haul beer down
Are you
there.
paying more in taxes than you are the drink itself?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's they're so outrageous. And you got to go to like the state liquor stores there.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So, I mean, and to me, like vodka is not expensive
Yeah.
generally, unless you buy it there.
Mhm.
Rum is not that expensive unless you buy it there. Depends what you want to drink at the beach. But anyway, it is crazy.
I know my margarita used to be at one establishment here in Little Rock around, $8.50, and you add tax, about $10.
Sure.
Now it's about $15.50.
Sure.
Like, what?
I mean, that's inflation. That's part of it. But the tequila's not costing them
For
anything.
one margarita?
The tequila's not costing them anything extra. Don't let them kid you.
No.
No, but they just charge more because they can.
Yeah.
I went to a place the other day. I was like, this place is outrageous.
Yeah.
For something that I thought should be relatively inexpensive for the meal.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing?
You know what I didn't even realize, and this is extreme ignorance on DJ's part, is that the taxes we are paying are, I'm about to probably sound ignorant. We're paying the restaurant's tax. That's what they should be paying, but they pass it off to us. Is that how that works?
That's how business works, yes.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's trickle down. That's why there's been so much talk about the tariffs. Anyway, we should probably not wander into areas that we're not that familiar with. Let me ask you this. How much do you think a good large pizza should cost at a restaurant?
A good one?
A good large pizza.
So 8 slices, 8 pretty big slices?
A decent sized large. And this wasn't even particularly big large. What do you think a large pizza should cost?
Are we talking Pizza Hut?
No.
Well, no.
A restaurant.
Restaurant?
Like DeLuca's.
20, 25?
It wasn't DeLuca's, but it was a restaurant
Okay.
out of the city.
What
20,
it should cost? I don't know, $15, $18.
See, to me, 25 is about a capper unless it's got some
Yeah.
outrageous ingredients on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I went this place the other day. It was $29, and I was like, that seems high to me.
It is.
Yeah,
For a pie?
and it wasn't even that big of a large.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't think I'm ever coming here again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, depending on how good it is.
It wasn't that good.
Because I think people can charge if they really do got a good product. But if it's just your basic pizza,
It had a lot on it. It was like a fully loaded deal, but it was
Yeah.
like, I was like, about $29, y'all.
so plus tax,
Yes.
so $30+ for
Plus
a pie.
tip. Bro,
Oh,
No
let me
way.
tell you what. This is true story. True story. One large pizza. I had 2 beers. My girl did not drink. She had just a soda and cheese sticks. Walked out of there. 8-0, boys.
Oh.
8-0 with tip.
No way.
Yeah. I was furious.
$80 for one pie?
I looked at her. I was like, this is not good.
you
Now, the
at?
cheese sticks were really good. I'll say
Okay,
that.
yeah. But
I'm not,
still.
I'm not going to throw them under the bus.
Okay.
But I was like, this ain't it.
But you're not throwing them under the bus. It's happening everywhere.
Well, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm telling you, I've been to a bunch of other pizza places lately. I ain't paying no $80 for that. Anyway, it just seemed like a lot to
no,
me.
I'm thinking like 15 to 20.
Yeah, if I would have
Yeah.
walked, look, I expect lunch to be $50. It's fine.
Yeah.
For
But
2 people?
yeah.
Yeah.
But 80, I was like, even 60
$80.
with tip, I was like, golly, guys, what are we doing? Anyway, lesson learned. Never again. Okay, so tax thing, good news. Pizza prices, maybe not so good news, depending on where you're going. So be smart about that. Shop around a bit. We got a busy day today. We're going to be joined by Jordan Wicks. Hey, Jordan is pitching well. Now, he pitched out of the pen the other day, but he did not give up a hit in 3 innings, and he had 5 strikeouts. I don't know if that's the plan or they were just getting him some work. I think I'm starting to learn more like at the AAA level, like they don't look at it like real games. The pitchers are just like, whatever. Now, if you're a starting pitcher, typically you're starting. He had been starting, and he'd been pitching pretty solidly, but he had a great outing out of the pen the other day. You know, we've been talking about Gabe Gackle at Arkansas. He's he's coming out of the pen this week. It's just a matter of who's going to be inserted in the starting lineup. He's going to figure some things out, and then he'll be super valuable by the time they get to Omaha if they make it that far, I think. But we're going to talk to him about his situation. There's a significant, actually, basically the number 1 pitcher for the Cubs is out. And then they let some other kid go. So I was thinking, well, maybe Jordan or Connor might get called up soon, but I haven't seen any word on that. But Connor Nolan is pitching his butt off. He's got a 1.69 ERA in 3 appearances, 16 innings, and he's only given up 3 runs. He's really done well. So I'm very excited for him. And I don't know what's next or when or what, or if he's going to be there all year, but it's a pretty cool deal. But then they not only lost Justin Steele, then they moved off Caleb Killian. So I don't know what their plan is from a pitching standpoint, but I would think those guys would have a shot. Pat Bradley will join us today, hopefully less controversial than last time. We were all button heads last time.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, let's not bring it up. I don't want to fight with Pat.
Okay.
He's brought to you by River City Flooring. By the way, Jordan is brought to you by our friends at Crain Buick GMC up in Conway. Appreciate them. They're the GM Giant, Christian, I believe. That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Yep. Eli Cranor, 11:45. Chris Alley is not going to be with us. Let me cross that off. I thought I had that off the calendar. My bad. Susan Erwin Prowse will be in. Thanks to Willy D's Dueling Pianos. Come and get your Willy on. I saw Danny the other day. I think Willy D, the horse, finished 3rd maybe the other day. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So,
Is that
yes.
the owner of Willy D's horse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Owns Willy D's and the horse, Willy D's.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. He and his girlfriend. I don't know if there's other people in that group or not. But anyway, so there you go. Question of the day today, Christian, is related to taxes. Our question yesterday, what's the worst sport to listen to on the radio? Well, guess who won? Tennis, just like we expected. Did not get a majority, but did get a plurality, 43.7%. Well ahead of golf at just under 30. Way ahead of soccer at 22. And other 4.4. Did you have any comments on other sports that were NASCAR? Somebody said maybe.
Yeah, somebody said NASCAR. Somebody said boxing.
NASCAR is actually really entertaining television wise because you get and if you've ever been to a race and you can rent the radios, or I'm sure there's probably an app for it, but you can get the radio call between the driver and the
right.
team.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Adds so much additional to it.
Somebody said chess, and I'm like, well, it's not a sport.
Well, that nobody does it on the radio that I'm aware of.
You can't follow along listening to the calls.
It would be awful.
It wouldn't be good. You can't make it
if you could.
Nah, you can't make it entertaining.
No, if you said like H4, it still wouldn't be entertaining.
Even if you knew it,
what that meant.
Yeah, it's still not good.
I would.
Like, oh, what an idiot!
I was like, oh, he's got him pinned. He doesn't even see it coming.
Yeah, but the problem with
I know.
You got to see the whole board to make it more intriguing. You can't describe the whole board.
You can see the whole board if you know the pieces.
No, you can't see the whole board at one time.
Yeah, you can.
Huh?
If you're listening to a game, a chess match being called,
you have to remember every move, and then you have to memorize where every move
was.
You can't
memorize where every piece on the board is. No, DJ, I can't.
We'll get there.
Anyway, back to reality for a moment. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of seeing our friends over at Celebrity Attractions. They announced their upcoming lineup for the season. Now, they still got one more show left for this year, but next year's season is going to be outstanding. And again, I'm just going to pop out of Sportsland for a second. By the way, the NBA playoffs start tonight. Razorbacks play the Golden Lions of UAPB. I'm aware of all these things. But guess what? Man can't live by sports alone. Or can he? Anyway, they announced yesterday the Broadway hits that are coming to Robinson, courtesy of our friends at Celebrity Attractions. Mrs. Doubtfire is coming. Mark Twain Tonight, which is actually starring Richard Thomas. Do you know who Richard Thomas is?
Sounds familiar.
John Boy, ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yes.
John Boy.
Yep.
What's that off of?
Not Little House on the Prairie. Did I just say Little House on the Prairie? John Boy was on, what was the name of the show? I can't even remember.
You made it.
Oh my God, I cannot believe I cannot think of this.
Was that not Little House on the Prairie?
No.
Was it
The Waltons?
The Waltons.
Yeah, that's what it was.
DJ's like, I was a kid, so there's no way in hell you know what I'm talking about. And I don't think that's one that lives on. It may be on like
I've
Nick
seen
at Night or
TV
something.
Land
yeah,
or
TV Land. Anyway, Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. I need to silence my phone. What is this, the morning show? Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, Elf the musical, MJ the musical, and it ain't Michael Jordan. That's Michael Jackson the musical. And DJ, courtesy of all your good friends who love you the most.
Oh, yeah, they're coming back.
Wicked, back at Robinson.
And we're going.
We are.
Yes.
So they had a little gift bag for the media members who showed up yesterday. And in the gift bag was a hat. And it says on the front, Defy Gravity. And on the back, it says, Wicked. And I'm like, I know where that's got to go. To my man, DJ Williams.
Man.
The biggest Wicked fan I know outside of David Basil's brain.
That says a lot for someone who's never seen it on Broadway.
David's seen it 52
He's like a
times.
bandwagon Wicked fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching it the other day.
So thank you to Dina and the whole crew over there. Great stuff.
How many times have you seen it, DJ?
A few times.
I've still never seen it.
I'll say this, though, that I actually took the time to really listen to the words of Defying Gravity. Oh, such a good song.
Okay.
It gets you pumped up.
I don't know what that is.
You get motivated.
Okay, cool.
It's the song.
Trey Schapp says he saw MJ the musical in New York and it was fantastic. I'm excited about seeing it. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
I do think a musical about Michael Jordan would be kind of fun.
I agree.
It'd be awesome.
Uh-huh.
Phil Jackson could do a number.
Mm.
You remember the bad thing?
Hat.
You remember the bad thing with the toys that came out with this?
The Wicked toys?
Yeah, the Elphaba and Galinda.
You can say all the names of the people.
They had
I don't remember the toys.
They had the website on the back of the box that these kids would buy, like the action figures, but it led to the porn site Wicked.
Oh.
They didn't. Yes.
There's a Wicked porn site?
It's not of Wicked porn, I don't think. I think it's just.
That's the name of the company?
Yeah.
Oh, you think just about the musical?
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, they got in trouble for that.
You get awful pigeonholed, I would think, if you did only porn based on Wicked.
Yeah, I think you'd run out of content fairly fast.
Okay.
Question of the day today.
Yes, please.
Will you take advantage of the tax deadline extension? Yes, no, and I'm trying to figure out how to word the other one because I'm running.
The other one is, I would have if I would have known about it
I would
earlier.
have.
I would have, but I already filed. How about already filed, comma, would have? That would be an option. There we go. To make it more succinct for the Twitter. JW got irritated because we talked about anything besides the Razorbacks. Do you get excited when the Hogs get a 26 signee that isn't binding?
No.
It is a defensive lineman. It kind of intrigued me, but still.
Who we got?
Kid
I
named
didn't see this.
Carnell Jackson. This is Danny West wrote this up, I saw. 26 classes up to a dozen commitments after landing an Auburn, Alabama defensive tackle. Not from the university, but from the town. Carnell Jackson. Good name. 6'3", 318, DJ. Told Hog Sports on Sunday that Arkansas had taken the lead in his recruitment and has gone public with this decision now. Comes on the heels of his first unofficial trip to the Hill, where he'll return June 13th for a 48-hour official visit. He chose the Hogs over Memphis, Tulane, UAB, East Carolina, Arkansas State, Ball State, and others. Does that become less interesting?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
First defensive tackle signee from the state since Darius Philon. He was pretty good.
He was a good one.
He was. This kid is enormous. And he's got a year left of high school. 26 class also features commitments from a number of other folks, and I'm not going to go through the whole list. But anyway.
Where's he from?
He's from Auburn, Alabama.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what we need to do, but we need to roll out the bank account for Danny Bill. He's a defensive lineman, 6'3.5", 315. He's from Cross County, Cherry Valley, Arkansas.
Okay.
The number one recruit in the state.
I've heard of this kid.
Where does he go to high school?
I don't know. What would be the high school out
You got
there?
me.
I've been looking into this guy. He goes to Cross County High School.
Cross County High School.
Number one player in the state. I was looking at this dude's film, and he is a dog.
Woof, woof.
I don't care what he wants. We need to pay him.
Yeah, I think he's got offers from like Georgia and Oklahoma.
Georgia, Missouri, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, that whole crew. But this dude is massive. You know when you watch film in high school and you say, I wonder which one he is? Oh, that guy.
Pretty obvious?
Yeah, extremely obvious. And he plays tight end. This dude's massive. 6'3.5", 315. He needs to run in routes downfield, catching. It's unreal.
Who was the D lineman a couple years ago that played a little quarterback at a small Arkansas high school?
Was it McTelvin again?
Yeah, it was a game.
A game.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a game. This dude's impressive to watch on tape. We got to get him. Have to.
Did basketball get the 7'6" guy from Canada, says this person from the 501 on the D3 Auto Sales text line?
I haven't heard anything about a 7'6" guy from Canada.
Same. MJ had a musical. It's called Space Jam. It's pretty funny. Good work.
Was there singing numbers in that?
No, but they had a good soundtrack.
Yeah, R. Kelly was in it.
This guy says farmers have to file by March 1st. Would have been nice to wait until November. Yeah, that would have been good to know.
Is that the franchise tax thing we're talking about?
I think it's different. I don't know what's farming. I'm guessing farmers have a different deadline altogether. Sorry, guys. Held on as long as I could. I'm up in the mountains and lost service. I'll try back later. Maybe not. Oh, JW, I'll be waiting with bated breath. I hope you do. Willie D's ran second the other day, beaten by a freckle. Well, that's a very narrow gap. Thanks for the Waltons. Waltons. Your pizza story is as bad as Ole Miss charging $19.75 for a 24-ounce Miller Lite. Is that true, Zach? Zach, is that true? The only time I've ever paid $15 for a beer was in San Francisco for the regional when Arkansas was out at the arena, Golden State Arena.
Out there, it's kind of expected.
Yes.
Not in Mississippi.
No. $19.75. We pay a lot more than that because they poured all our beer out. They suck. Christian, tonight we have, speaking of Golden State, we have basketball, Grizzlies and Warriors tonight in the night one. I wish that was the earlier game, but I may stay up and watch a little bit. We got Razorback baseball right into that game.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are obviously scuttering down the stretch because they fired their head coach, and it hasn't really rebounded from there. So I expect the Warriors to win this game, but then the Grizzlies will have another chance to earn the 8th seed. And then in the Eastern Conference, those games always suck. So,
okay, very good.
Have you seen this new Skip Bayless thing?
He's on Jubilee. Yeah, I saw that.
Have you seen this, Justin? Where he makes a statement, and he's in a room full of just random fans. And after the statement, they all rush to this desk that he's sitting at, and the first one to grab the chair will sit down and debate Skip Bayless on things.
Oh my God, that sounds
This is a video series on YouTube.
Yeah,
and it's usually political. They'll have somebody like, abortion is wrong, debate me, and then they'll come up there and debate it. But
yeah, well, he said LeBron being considered the GREAT is laughable in comparison to Jordan. And some guy went in there and brought up a really good point where he talked about nostalgia, and he says those shouldn't be the only two in the conversation. You agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, Kareem? Are we talking about Kareem?
This dude said
it's
laughable.
Magic Johnson?
I don't know. He said Steph Curry.
No.
Not
on Jordan or LeBron.
No.
Jordan was an elite defender. Not a good defender. He's an elite defender. He was the defensive player of the year one year. So let's start and end the conversation there. But Curry's incredible.
Yeah.
He's a top 10.
Top 10.
Is he the greatest offensive player of all time?
The greatest shooter of all time.
He's in that conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just shooter or offensive player.
I think when we say like greatest shooter of all time, which he is, we kind of limit him where he's really great at a lot of things.
Sure he is. Absolutely. But he's undoubtedly
the best
no
shooter
question,
ever.
no argument, no debate, no discussion. I'm more sure of that than I am that Jordan's the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And I'm as big a Michael Jordan fan as you're going to find.
Who would you say is a better offensive player, him or KD?
See, that's the thing. Yeah, KD's all around game.
So it's a little different.
Like in my heart of hearts, I think KD is better than Stephen Curry, but because of Stephen Curry's accolades, I put Steph Curry higher all time.
Yeah.
It's a debate for another day. It's called July. Save it, boys.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's going to be slow here soon. We're all feeling fat and happy right now because we still have stuff to talk about, but just wait. It's getting better and better, though, man. I'll tell you, the offseason seems like it shortens every year. It's pretty good stuff.
I also, too, want to know, is the spring game going to happen or not?
Why?
Weather.
Oh.
They're going to be dealing with some junk up there.
Hey, listen, if it ain't lightning, let's go. Play in the rain, be awesome.
You think so?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
They wouldn't do that.
Why not? You're going to play in the rain during the football season. Might as well get ready, baby.
They would rather not risk injury of wet conditions out there. They would move it inside.
SOFT.
I hear you.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live and cooked Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas softball is back in action today. They'll take on the UCA Bears in Conway. First pitch is scheduled for 5 p.m. You can catch it on ESPN+. These two teams met earlier this year in Fayetteville. The Hogs won 6-3. Arkansas softball now also is in the top 5, according to Softball America. There are 4 SEC teams in the top 5. Texas A&M is your new number 1 team. Oklahoma is at number 2. Texas is at number 3. Florida State is at number 4. And the Razorbacks slot in at number 5. Arkansas baseball is also in action today. They take on the Pine Bluff Golden Lions at 6 p.m. You guys can catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz and on SEC Network Plus. Arkansas dropped 1 spot in the latest D1Baseball.com poll from number 1 in the country, number 2 in the country. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
All right, welcome back to the zone. It is 10:33. We're going to talk to Jordan Wicks momentarily. Or maybe we aren't. If you played in the golf tournament yesterday, I hope you had a good time. Chuck was kind enough to send me the list, and I told the golfers before they teed off yesterday afternoon, DJ, you heard me. I said, if you do great, I'm going to give you some love on the air. If you do terrible, I won't even mention your name. So you got the best of both worlds, really.
Let's hear it.
So congratulations to the payroll company who won in a card-off in the morning with a 55, and they beat another team. Let's see who's on this team here, the payroll company. Nick Polk, Daniel Treat, Greg Thompson, and a guy named Eric who's so cool, didn't even have to put his last name down. Ooh. Way to go, Eric. You're like Sade. Runners-up, Steve Burris, Travis Goodman, Seth Newton, and Will Burris. Burris boys, pretty good golfers. Don't get in a battle to the death on the golf course with the Burris boys. And then in the afternoon, actually the best score was in the morning. We had more teams in the afternoon, but the best score was in the morning, 55 versus 56.
They won last year. Same crew.
Tony Kidwell, Bruce Thomas, Kyle Lovell, and Josh Lovell. Congratulations. They won by 2 strokes in the afternoon. Good work, boys. Easy E played in the afternoon as well. That's amazing. You're just going to not even say anything about that? This is the way these guys are listed. Tay Adams, Broccoli Wisenhunt, Easy E, and Fred Dunn. Those are the guys who finished second.
Okay.
Sure.
Broccoli Wisenhunt?
Easy E, just nobody cares? Okay. I guess it's no big deal. All right, I thought it was weird.
I was at one of these scrambles one time, and the people who came back and won, I think they said they had a 46, and everyone said, oh, okay. Sure you did.
That's stupid.
What is a winning score in a scramble like that? Obviously, what you just said.
He's heard something.
What would be too low to where you would be suspicious?
Anything more than we had a team shoot 21 under, but it was such a good group of players.
You believed it?
Chris Jenkins was on the team, and they had a bunch of guys who were really, really ridiculously good AMs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, we had a professional golfer playing yesterday.
Yeah.
And they didn't shoot lower than 55. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything under 50?
I think anything under 50 is stupid. I mean, you're talking 22 under, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Stop it. If you're having to eagle every hole, if you eagled every hole, eagle every hole. You're going to eagle every hole that you can eagle, and you're going to birdie every hole otherwise. There's no way.
But people who win, they typically birdie every hole.
Yeah, I think you're probably 18 under at least.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think 20 under is outrageous. It's really good, though.
Yeah.
The other thing is how reachable are the par fives, because some of the courses, like the par fives, are hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Some are a little, like if you played at Centennial, for example, I'm sure Jordan's played at Centennial a bunch. The par fives there are pretty gettable, even for a guy like me who didn't hit that far.
We can do that, right?
No, we cannot.
Put together a good team. If it was you, me,
you and I are playing?
You, me, Wes, and Trey.
No.
You don't think we could birdie every hole?
Maybe. But
with those two?
Yeah, there's only 2 good golfers in the group, though.
We'll show them the line on the putt. I will, at least.
Well,
that'll help.
Yeah. No. I don't think we're shooting 20 under or anything like that. 18 under, maybe.
I believe it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you're delusional. But as a guy who's not a great golfer, I respect the fact you have so much faith in guys who are better golfers than you.
100%. I know it won't be because of my efforts.
Well, mine either. Christian, where are we here? What color is his open? Oh, there he is down there at the bottom. Sorry. My bad.
Conway native and pitcher within the Chicago Cubs organization, Jordan Wicks joins the zone each week this baseball season. Wicks was the Cubs' first-round pick in the 2021 draft and has made several appearances in the big leagues early in his career. He's brought to you by GM Giant Crain Buick GMC. Family owned, they pride themselves in delivering personalized service and dedication to customer satisfaction. For more information, go to crainteamconway.com.
Go, Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win.
Jordan Wicks, welcome. How are you today? What's going on?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Buddy, we're great. We had the Buzz Golf Tournament yesterday. We would have loved to have had you, but I know you're a little tied up right now. So maybe we can get together.
A little busy, right? I've been there.
Yeah, we'll play next time when you're free after the season's over.
Love it.
Love it. Do you have more Eagles in your life or more no-hitters?
The exact. Oh, actually, no. More Eagles.
Okay. How many of each?
More Eagles. One Eagle.
One Eagle, no no-hitters.
Yeah, no no-hitters.
Even going back to high school?
Yeah, I don't think I had any in high school. I don't really remember.
That was really nice of you not to discourage the other kids, knowing that you were probably way better than them. So that's cool.
I wanted to give them a chance.
Yeah, I played against a couple of kids that ended up in the major leagues, and it was like they were so much better than us. They did not take it easy on us, and I don't know if they ever threw no hitters, but it was not much fun facing them. So there's that. Okay, so let's talk about your last outing, and I saw that. I think it was the last outing. You came out of the pen, had a spectacular performance, dominating 3 innings, 5 Ks, and I don't know, is that your best performance of the year, would you say?
Yeah, it was a good one. I went 9 up, 9 down to finish the game on Sunday. Was supposed to start Thursday, got scratched from my start due to rumors I cannot confirm or deny that I, was potentially going to be throwing somewhere else, but then that didn't end up happening.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were potential rumors I was going to throw somewhere else, and so they scratched me all week. I was waiting around. And then that didn't end up happening. So I basically asked our manager, and I was like, can I please get in there on Sunday? I was like, I need to throw. He was like, sure, you can throw after so-and-so. And I was like, great. So I came out of the pen on Sunday, and it worked out well.
Well, you pitched really well. Congratulations on that. Yeah, I was telling the guys there have been some changes in the pitching staff up in Chicago, and I hate it, but Justin Steele's out for the season, so that's a blow for the staff, but an opportunity for other guys. And then they also cut another guy, which I was like, okay, so the response is we got one of our best players goes down, and then we're going to cut another pitcher in addition. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what next is, but I would think that there are some guys, obviously there are, that are potentially going to be moving on up to the big leagues here in the near future. So have they made a move from a pitching standpoint yet?
For Steele, yeah, Ethan Roberts went up whenever he went on the IL, and then we had a guy who was in the bullpen up there named Colin Ray, and so Colin started Sunday in LA and did really well, threw the ball really well. But yeah, obviously, devastated for Steele, heartbroken for him. You can't replace a guy like that. And so yeah, pretty much now it's just you kind of sit here and wait for whenever they think they need you, and just try to be ready. And just hope for all the best for Steele and his recovery, and hope it goes seamlessly and quickly.
Did you get a chance to spend some time around him?
Oh, yeah, I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yep. So what's
Mississippi, right down the road.
Oh, how about that? What's the nature of his injury?
I don't know the specifics because I'm not there. I just know pretty much what I know is pretty much what gets put on the internet. So that's what I saw. It was elbow, and I know he's out for the season. That's pretty much all I know specifically. I don't know, exactly what was wrong.
Gotcha. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Jordan Wicks, brought to you by our friends at Crain Buick GMC up in Conway. So you will go back to a starting role, I assume, moving forward, at least for the time being, unless rumors are true and you're eventually going to be moving up. But we'll see what happens there. Is that the plan, though?
Yeah, I believe I'm going to start this week. We'll go into the field today, and I'll find out for sure. But yeah, I should go back to starting this week, and should try to get back on a normal routine.
How do you feel physically at this point? I know it's still relatively early in the season, but now that you've gone a few times, you feeling pretty good at this point?
Yeah, I feel great. Starting to get into that routine of being in mid-season again, and body feels good. Doing a good job maintaining that kind of stuff, and that's obviously the big priority for me this year, is keeping the body in the good place it needs to be. Because last year that's kind of what failed me. So we're putting a lot of emphasis this year on keeping the body in shape and making sure we feel good.
I like it. You guys are home this week?
We are, thank God.
Isn't that nice? I know you missed. You missed Toledo really bad, but
oh my goodness, that 2-week road trip felt like it took forever.
Mm-hmm. So hey, we were talking about the Airbnb thing. That kind of threw us for a loop last week when you told us that you sort of rent those by your homestand. Do you do that like when you're sitting in Toledo? You're like, okay, I got to find an Airbnb for next week, or does your wife look for something, or do you have an agent that handles that for you, or do you actually go on there and find something?
When we're in Iowa, it's kind of pretty easy to find some. So for the most part, I just go on there and get them because we found one that we really like, and so honestly, I just go on and check and see if it's available and try and grab that one. But yeah, I do it most of the time whenever I leave to go on the road, and so. Like whenever we leave home, so it's basically minor league baseball is basically you're at home for the most part every other week. So it's basically a week at home, week on the road. So when we leave to go on the road, I'll start looking for the next homestand. And so it's one of those things where, if you book the Airbnb and it goes past the cancellation date and, you get called up, you just kind of have to eat that, and it's part of it.
Gotcha.
How are you the only player that does that? Is that kind of the vibe for everyone on the team?
So it's a lot more common for guys that are on the 40-man roster because guys that aren't on the 40-man roster have the ability, the club covers their housing. And so guys on the 40 man are on their own as far as housing is. And so for those guys, some of them stay just in the hotel here. But with me and my wife, I think, if I stayed in a hotel all season, I'd go absolutely nuts. So we like to get an Airbnb and, be able to cook and make our own food and make breakfast and, do whatever we need to do to try to keep it as normal as possible.
Justin and we've been looking at business ventures. I think we found one. We need to find these
professional athlete.
We need to find these AAA locations and just get a couple Airbnbs.
Yeah.
And cater to.
I'd rather we go with our original plan, which is to buy a place at the lake, because we would use that a lot more.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah. That's funny. Do you have a favorite pregame meal? And if it's not specific to the actual food, sort of what you're trying to do with your pregame on a day you pitch?
It depends, kind of what time I pitch. If I have a day game, I normally will have either French toast for breakfast or when I was in Arizona, we had a really nice New York City bagel shop down the street from where we were living, and that place was phenomenal. So I'd always get that. So it's normally something for breakfast. And if it's a day game, I don't really eat too close to when I start. I don't like that feeling of being full and having to go out there and pitch. That's not any fun at all. So yeah, I don't eat too much right before, and then whenever I'm done, I usually have a bigger meal.
Do the guys typically go out in a group after a game, especially if it goes well, or does that everybody kind of do their own thing?
It depends. If we have if we have a night game or day game into a night game, maybe. But it's tough when you're playing every day. To do that. When you're like DJ and you play once a week, you can go out, 4 nights out of the week. And,
we used to go hard in the paint back in the day.
Only on Saturday nights, right after ball games.
You talking about Sunday night?
Saturday night, Sunday night, whatever.
Yeah, I think after Sunday night.
You didn't go out Saturday night after ball games?
I was hurting, man.
Yeah, I went out for you. I drank enough for both of us.
You did it for me?
Yep, I sure did.
It was tougher in college because we couldn't go on Dixon during football season.
That was a rule?
Yeah, when Coach Petrino was there. If you're a football player, during football season, you couldn't be out on Dixon.
That is so stupid.
Is that still a rule?
I doubt it.
So
I've seen players out.
When I was in college, we had the same thing. You could not go out in Campus Town. But there were 25 other bars and names you go get blasted at. Nobody cared.
Don't get it twisted, though.
I know you went out.
I somehow turned into the party guy. My senior year in college. I had a crew that would organize these big parties. We'd post up on social media. And when I say they were packed, we'd have police come out to make sure everybody's parking the right way. This is serious. I'd have people at the front door with wristbands. We got it sponsored one year by Red Bull. They came, dropped off. It was insane. It was a spot to be.
That's NIL deals before NIL deals.
Dang, that is kind of illegal, right?
At the lake, just open up a club.
No doubt.
And I got a few of my buddies that would continue to host parties at an apartment complex because they have that big welcome center where the pool and the whatever. Got them stayed hooked up for free, set up for free, as long as they would promote parties there.
DJ's Den of Iniquity. I like it.
Then my Halloween party was it.
I bet it was.
Oh yeah.
Jordan, did you watch any of the Masters this weekend?
Oh yeah, we watched as much as we could. We always had it on in the clubhouse, before the game, and when we were just sitting around. I was pulling for Rory big time. He gave me a heart attack on 18 when he missed the 6-footer to send it to a playoff. I was like, oh no. I definitely had the here we go again whenever he missed that first one. But yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it was a phenomenal Masters. Getting to see him win and the emotion, because I've watched all the full swings on Netflix.
Yeah.
So,
great series.
I've seen all that. Great series. And I was telling my wife when Rory won, I said I cannot wait for that season of Full Swing to come out whenever they've got him in there winning it. I was like, that's going to be insane.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it either. That'll be awesome.
How often does it come down to a pairing in the final round, not the playoff, but the pairing are going to see who wins? Or there's one person finish first and they wait in the clubhouse to see how it turns out?
I mean, I don't think it happens that often because, like you saw DeChambeau sort of crumble a little bit in that final pairing. Typically, you're going to have a guy maybe in the pairing behind or something that's going to be in the mix, and that's what we saw with Rose. But do you have what's a comp, Jordan, for a 3-foot putt to win a tournament? What's a comp for a pitcher? Or it's that stressful? It's something that's not particularly hard. in the big scheme of things. I mean, Rory makes 1 million 3-footers in a year, or 4-footer, or whatever that one was before he had to go win the playoff. But what's a comp for that for a pitcher?
I don't know about for a pitcher, but I actually have a good comp for him. We were playing Toledo on Saturday, and we were in extras. So in extras in the minors, you start with a guy. Well, they do it in, I think they.
The second baseman.
Big now. Here's your second base. Yeah, you start with a guy on second.
Mm-hmm.
And so our guy didn't score in the top of the inning, which is normally not a good sign for the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah.
And our guy comes out and first pitch, they have a guy on second, nobody out. Wild pitch to the backstop. So their guy moves to third, and we're sitting here, tie game. They're winning runs 90 feet away. There's nobody out. We're like, this is not good. And then they proceeded to punch out 3 times in a row, and we got out of it. So that would be my closest comp.
I think that's really good.
What would it be in basketball? Help me out. If 3-foot putt is pretty standard, right? But you're talking about pressure in the Masters, different ball game.
Probably a free throw, right?
Would you say? What about being
down
down 3? Fouled shooting a 3, and you got to knock down all 3.
That'd be even harder.
Okay.
Listen, we saw.
I think you got to scoot the putt back, man.
Hey, how about the NIT, Jordan? If you remember, I don't know if you saw the final there. They make a perfect inbound play. They go the length of the court. Guy gets a shot right at the rim, blew it, missed the layup that would have won the game.
Yeah.
I mean that.
What event was this?
This was in the NIT final.
No one was watching.
Yeah, I can't say I was locked in.
I wasn't watching it live.
I
saw the highlight. I didn't.
Justin was trying to get tickets to go. He couldn't make it.
Yeah.
They tried to pay me to go, but I was like, I'm all right.
Well, listen, I want to tell you, I reached out to the Cubs, and I've got it worked out, I think, to come up the week of Memorial Day. And so here's the great news, is that I want to come up there and spend a couple days, but also the Chicago Cubs are home that same stretch. So if I just got to flex and head east 6 hours, by God, I'll do it. So ideally, get to see you over there, maybe stop in and see Connor for a minute in Des Moines before we do that. Yeah, or maybe you guys will both be in Chicago together. Who knows? That'd be really cool.
Maybe you can flex east too. That works.
Yeah, perfect. I like it. Well, anyway, we'll talk next week, and hopefully things continue to trend the right way, and you're in a different location next week. But best of luck this week.
Awesome. Thank you. Good to talk to you guys.
You too. Always fun. Hey, Jordan Wicks, Crain Buick GMC of Conway. Appreciate them very much. Quick break. JW, I know you're on the road. Hang on. I'll hit you out of the break.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. Are you needing new flooring or a custom shower today, but need time to pay for it? Come see my friends at River City Flooring in Maumelle and get up to 48 months to pay for your new flooring or bathroom remodel. They carry the largest selection of waterproof flooring, carpet, tile, hardwood, and granite countertops. Come in for the huge spring sale. Get up to 48 months to pay for your new flooring, 0% financing. Sale ends soon, so don't wait.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Helen Keller observes, the struggle of life is one of our greatest blessings. It makes us patient, sensitive, and godlike. It teaches us that although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. Are you going through a difficult time right now? Don't give up and don't give in. Keep striving. Keep fighting. Keep helping others. As Winston Churchill said to his beleaguered country, never, never, never give up. When you're in Rosebud, which incidentally was the name of the sled in Citizen Kane, stop by Doublebee's and score a hot plate lunch. Or if it's a burger you're craving, the one there is one of the best. And of course, you can wash it down with a dazzling array of refreshing beverages. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Hey, Arkansas, Montana with Hubbard Power Sports in Russellville. We're your Arkansas Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. Are you looking for your next adventure? On the road, on the water, or in the trails? We've got the ride for you. At Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo of Russellville, we are proud to say we offer the best customer service around. We've won multiple awards for our level of excellence in many different categories, but our customer service is the one we're the most proud of. Come and see us Monday through Saturday or give us a call. See our current inventory, apply for financing, and value your trade at our website, hubbardpowersports.com.
If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
I've wasted a paycheck on whiskey and long necks ever since you left trying to figure this out.
All right, it is 10:55. Let me quickly mention something, and then we'll get JW in here before the top of the hour, because I know he is chomping at the bit to talk about something. We've got the Red White Report coming up. I hope he can hear that, because that is going to be about the stuff he really cares about, which is all Razorback-related items. Not that he doesn't care about other things, too. I'm putting words in your mouth there, JW. You're doing a great job. All right, let me tell you about Sanders. DJ, if you go by his yard, you'll see how great his lawn looks, thanks to our friends at Sanders Ground Essentials. They can make your lawn look good, too. It's not just because DJ's a celebrity. It's because he's a Sanders customer, and they will take care of you the way they take care of him. And listen, you're not going to get the same treatment as DJ most places you go, but Sanders will. They'll treat you like you're an MVP, VIP, Mackey Award winner, and everything else. So go by and see or don't go by, but call our friends at Sanders at 501-315-9395. And you can also go to their website, sandersground.com. And again, extra mile, yes. Soil sample, absolutely. Costs you nothing extra. They will take good care of your lawn, make it green up nice, and it's the time, folks, to get on it. Rain started coming down. If you want a yard full of weeds, that's your business. You want a lawn full of big, strong grass, oh, yeah. Sanders Ground Essentials here to help. And don't forget about some of the, they do the tree and shrub treatments. They've got the mosquito repellent treatments where they spray and keep the mosquitoes at bay.
They're coming.
If you're somebody who likes to be outside, it is an absolute must. It is an absolute game changer. I remember when they did it at my house, and I was like, wow. It was pretty miserable being outside before. My backyard held a lot of water, and there were skeeters everywhere.
My neighbor's cousin was over.
Mm-hmm.
She ran over to my yard and says, how does your yard look so good? I was like, you don't know what that does for me.
Makes you so happy.
Oh, man.
JW, what's happening?
Hey, guys. Hey, I got a complex question, and I don't know if maybe y'all can decipher this. So when Pittman was getting players out of the portal, it was like on the FBS level, and I made a big deal about that, saying these guys can't compete. But maybe they can. Maybe, I don't know. But here's my question. When you go to the portal for basketball or football, these guys that play at a lower school that comes plays for a bigger school, are they to the level where which one do you think would be easier to come over and play from, basketball or football, that you get picked from a lower school to compete on a higher level? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
I would say
football. Which
football.
one do you think would be easier? And should we look at like Pittman with these receivers that are from FBS? Should we look at these guys and say, okay, they can play? Every once in a while, you get a JUCO player or somebody from a Southern Mississippi or something that does great, but not very often. So I was just wondering, where you pull your players out to build a team, should you be going to the FBS level, or is that okay? And I'll hang up and listen for basketball and football.
Well, think about
I'll hang up and listen. Have a great day.
Tesla, Andrew Armstrong. I mean, all these guys came from lower levels. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have come through there that have been successful.
I would say football would be harder, in my opinion. But you have Andrew and Tesla, but that's
way more common. Well, there's a lot more players.
Yeah.
I mean, how many basketball players have come from a lower level and thrived? Not many in recent years.
I think you just get lucky with those guys. So,
well, I think maybe the evaluation's better and it's more apparent early on.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of guys come from JUCO anymore like you used to. Maybe some lower level kids. but not at Power 4 very
For
often.
20 years, the hottest night spot in Little Rock has been Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar in the River Market. Open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with cold drinks and a world-class dueling piano show. Deep Ultra Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ Spin on Friday and Saturday nights for a fun dance club option on the weekend. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com to make a reservation and learn more.
Willie D's dueling pianos. Come and get your Willie on.
The GM Giant, Crain Buick GMC in Conway is your #1 source for high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Shop Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, and more. Nobody beats the GM Giant's huge Crain cash discounts and low price guarantee. Buy with 0 down and get the Crain commitment. If your car doesn't say Crain on it, then you paid too much. Shop the GM Giant, Crain Buick GMC on Amity Road in Conway, or visit CrainTeamConway.com today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Catch the buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
World champion of what?
103.7 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Attorney General Tim Griffin requests federal intervention in the practice of pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, owning pharmacies. They serve as the middlemen between drug companies and pharmacies, setting prices for prescriptions. Griffin and attorneys general from 39 other states sent a letter asking Congress to keep PBMs from owning pharmacies. His argument is similar to a bill which passed through the Arkansas legislature, a state bill aiming to require public and charter schools to install audio recording devices in locker rooms now heads to the governor's desk. State Representative Keith Brooks sponsors the bill and says it was inspired by a bullying incident inside the football locker room at Quitman schools. The bill would require districts to keep recordings for a minimum of 90 days and would be used if allegations of bullying were made. Governor Sanders is expected to sign the bill Thursday morning. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Cooler today and a bit breezy too. A north wind of 10 to 20 miles per hour. It will be sunny. We'll top out at 72. Tonight, mostly clear. The wind becomes calm. It gets pretty chilly too. We'll drop down to 47 degrees overnight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey, it's Craig O'Neill, retired broadcaster. I spend most of my time reading children's books to kids in schools, and I'd like to read a children's book to you right now. Once upon a time, there was an overweight Arkansan who had trouble staying committed to an exercise program until hearing that you could get 30% off the joining fee this month at the Little Rock Racket Club. With so many different ways to exercise, that Arkansan became committed and enjoyed it. 30% off the joining fee. The Little Rock Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
Are you sick and tired of living with that constant pain in your knees or your back? You know, joint pain doesn't just keep you from doing what you love. It affects your job, your relationships, even simple things like getting dressed. Hey everybody, it's RJ. It's time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics uses advanced regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged joint tissue, giving you your life back. Hips, shoulders, elbows, they can all be treated with natural biologics from your own body. If you're tired of steroid shots that don't work, or if you're trying to avoid surgery, call QC Kinetics now to schedule your free consultation. Learn about these exciting new cutting-edge treatments for pain caused by arthritis or injury, and the best part, no drugs, no pain meds, and no downtime. This is an all-natural treatment that can get you lasting relief. People in Central Arkansas are raving about the results. Call now. Appointments are available for this upcoming week. QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Hawks Homes is the #1 Arkansas dealer. More inventory than anyone in Arkansas. Been in business for over 39 years. At Hawks, we offer custom-built, manufactured, and modular homes. 1 to 5 bedroom homes that can be built to accommodate all your needs. We also build lake houses, hunting clubs, offices, church, and classrooms. For more information, go to hawkshomes.net, located in Conway and Bryant.
Southern Bank presents Family Feud on 103.7 The Buzz. Tune in to Morning Mayhem on Tuesday mornings for your chance to play with Justin Moore, David, and Roger. Family Feud on Morning Mayhem brought to you by Southern Bank. Bankwithsouthern.com.
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
You ready? Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, but a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist.
Hello, Clarice.
Be 100% clear, cause while you was ill,
Happy Tuesday to you.
Western Plains, and I heard
Happy Tuesday to you.
Happy Tuesday to you, DJ, Christian, listeners, both of you. Pat Bradley will join us momentarily. What am I going to get Pat riled up about today? Should talk to him about Cal's recruiting, Christian, and the NBA playoffs. So we can tell me how great Boston is going to be when the postseason. Does it surprise you that Cleveland's 6-1 to win the championship?
What's Boston?
2-1? 3-2?
Yeah. No, that doesn't surprise me.
But isn't Cleveland the top seed?
They are, but they haven't been as good as Boston post All-Star break.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Was Cleveland leading the East before the All-Star break?
Yeah, they still are.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, but okay. How many games did Boston make up in the second half?
That I'm not sure of, but I think they're like 15-2 in their last 17 or something. So
The Celtics are?
Yeah.
That's a good trend. If and you're a Celtics fan. Not so much if you want to ride the Cavs to win the East. All right, let's get to the Red-White Report, and then we will talk to Mr. Bradley about various things. If you have a question for Pat, you can call 501-661-1037. See how I gave the right number out? Neat. I'm on a good trend, boys.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Doesn't mean I'll do it all day, but I just did it there. So that's cool. All right, Arkansas baseball on the diamond today before they host Texas A&M this weekend. Arkansas is sending out Tate McGuire again for the midweek start. Don't have a starter for the Golden Lions of UAPB, but a big opportunity for the Lions to go up and get their first ever victory against Arkansas, all-time UAPB 0-6. And in Fayetteville, 0-5. Of course, they lost to North Little Rock last year in what was an entertaining game. Arkansas has never lost to Arkansas State. Arkansas has never lost to UCA. They are combined 17-0 against those three schools. However, Little Rock has gotten them a couple of times, 5-2 all-time against the Hogs. And guess what?
What?
It didn't ruin Arkansas's program at all. They're doing just fine. Hogs are 32-5, and with a win today, they will be 33-5 and match their best 38-game overall start to a season for the second time in the last 2 years and the third time in history. Back to back. How about that? So there you go. That game is tonight. You can catch it on the Buzz. 6 o'clock start. And then you get the 3-game set starting Thursday with Texas A&M. Looking forward to that. They're playing much better, unfortunately. That's really all I got. Arkansas has got a commitment, but it's not really a commitment from a 26 kid for defensive line that nobody seemed that excited about. But I am. Good for him. All right, it's 11:10. There he is. Let's head to the gyms. Razorback, Pizza, Hotline, and an all-time great, Patrick Bradley, standing by.
He's the all-time leader in three-pointers made in Arkansas. He's played professionally in Denmark and France. He was once a co-host of The Zone, but now he's big time with the SEC Network. He's wicked smart at basketball. He's Pat Bradley.
Bradley off a screen for three. Is he going to miss? He's been terrific in this first half.
The Shooter is brought to you by River City Flooring. Whether it's tile, vinyl, laminate, hardwood, or carpet, River City Flooring has a wide range of options and exactly the right price for you. For more info, go to rivercityflooringinc.com.
Hello, Patrick.
What is up, boys? How we doing?
We are great. Pat, you have missed a few really great things the last few days, and I am very, very sad that we didn't get a chance to see your smiling face over the weekend and also yesterday at the Buzz Golf Tournament. Not that I was anticipating you being in attendance, but I thought we might see you on Saturday Friday night, because a couple of your all-time favorites have joined you in the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. One has been more important to your mouth than the other one, that being Mel Colasso, the famous dental expert. And then, of course, your boy Clint Sterner going in with the longest speech since they made everybody record him, Pat, when you were inducted that year, which I think you guys should get a redo, by the way. Anyway, all that being said, it was a great class this weekend, really good group. Bev Lewis, I know, was there when you were in school. It was a really, really good crew. Big O, I mean, it was a great deal. I was hoping you could make it back.
Yeah, I know. You didn't send the jet for me. That's
Well,
what I was hoping.
Well, we're down an engine. I can't risk it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. No, it was fantastic, and it was great for, certainly long overdue for a couple of those guys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
How'd you get? Mel's been a Hall of Famer since the old Rimrocker days.
Yeah.
When you and I used to throw on the uniform.
Well,
certainly for Clint.
Wouldn't put me on par with that, but How'd you get hooked up with Mel originally?
It was, it was funny. I think it was back in like 2000. He actually was Guy Whitney went and got braces from him. And so I was visiting Guy one weekend up in Little Rock when Guy's family was there. And, we went and saw Mel, and the doc hooked him up, and we just struck up a conversation and had a great time. And he's one of the great people of all time. The great thing about him is, how much can he do for somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
And, that's what he's been doing for a long time. His kids are great. His wife, Sherry's great. So they're great people.
He is he's a peach. I got a chance to talk to him for quite a while after the ceremony of the night. And he and his wife look, I defy you, and I won't name numbers, but I defy you to find a couple that is their combined age that's cuter and aging better or more fit than those two. Impressive. I mean, his wife's got some guns now. I gave her a hard time after the thing. He said, I don't mess with her. I'm like, I bet you don't. But they are they're as kind as they can be. Met one of their sons, and I guess his brother was in town. And anyway, it was a really cool night for them. And then obviously Clint was great. And you know this, Pat, and I know it's probably the same for you. Whenever you get an honor, it means more to your parents than it does to you. And Mama Hog was just beaming the entire weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised she didn't grab the microphone. Actually, because she would have. Clint went for 14. She would have went for double of that.
Yeah,
because she's got a lot on her mind.
She does,
and she's not afraid to express it. And it's usually fun. There's a lot of fun times with her. She's I got the first crawfish boil I ever went to was in Baytown, Texas. And I went with Clint back to his hometown some years back, and we stayed at his family's house and got a chance to see him in his element. And Mama Hog was right there, and his your brother Hank who passed.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed at his house. So there's a lot of connections to a lot of those great folks on Friday night.
Absolutely. Well, let's turn the page a little bit here. Talk some hog hoops, Pat. We were talking. Look, in Cal, I trust, and you can say what you want. There are guys who detract, from his coaching. I don't think anybody would argue that he doesn't know how to find talent or identify talent. But there are a few people, Christian, who are getting a little nervous about we're waiting for some guys, Pat. I mean, what's going on? You think with Coach Cal and finding a new batch of talent or announcing them at least?
I'm not very far behind Christian. If that's if he's not getting concerned, but certainly you see in particular like Kentucky seems to be putting together a heck of a roster of guys. Now I think the date is April 22, right? Where that's the last you can put your name in the portal. I believe, and then the next date is the date to enter the NBA draft. So if I'm checking whichever one you check, 247 Sports, On 3, whatever it is. So I mean, I see Nick Pringle. I don't know if that's been announced, which is a big man, started at Alabama, then South Carolina. Malik Ewan, Florida State. So I think we definitely need two big guys. I would like to see another experienced perimeter three-point shooter, a guy similar to John L. Davis. That's what I would like to see. I don't know if one will emerge, but, I mean, you need that type of a guy. You need a shot maker. So I'm sort of in the same camp. I'm kind of on my tippy toes here, waiting to hopefully see if somebody's going to get signed.
I assume this is not 100% unique to Arkansas, Pat. Would you look around the SEC? How many of the 16 teams are going, fellas? You gonna get with this, or what's the scoop?
Yeah. So I'm sure we're all on, whether it's Twitter or whatever, and we see the names come up where it's, this certain player is, they're 5 schools and decide. And I guess that's the thing that for me seems to be one of the more, or something I got to get used to, because it seems like this drags on longer than it should. I don't know about for you guys, but for me, certainly it does. Like waiting, like you mentioned the SEC. So it seems like Kentucky's been doing a lot in the portal. And maybe it's because they're willing to spend more money, right away off the top than other people. But I don't know about you guys, but like for me, certainly it's, this seems to drag on a lot longer than it should.
Let's turn the page to the NBA playoffs, Pat, because the wait is over. And tonight we get our first round of play-in matchups. And you get to see Steph Curry and company trying to continue their year, taking on Memphis. You got Sacramento and Dallas. You got Orlando and Atlanta. You got Chicago and Miami. I mean, you got some good matchups. It's Orlando, Atlanta tonight in the early game, then Golden State and Memphis. Any playoff team or, play-in team that you're like, I could see them winning a couple of rounds?
I don't know, I mean, don't you always feel like the Warriors are more dangerous than any other team?
Yes.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I mean,
Almost
that's
always.
just, yeah, right? I mean, it's just, and by the way, one of the more impressive things about Steph Curry is everything that he's done and all he's accomplished, he still seems to approach it every day like it's, his first couple of years in the league. I mean, that to me is the most impressive thing out there, is how you continue. You know how it is over time, as much success as he's had, and he's still able to approach it that way. I don't know. That's just a little sidebar. Maybe it was kind of thinking about watching the Masters over the weekend and Rory and how many times he's tried to do it. But Steph Curry, I mean, I'm in awe of guys who are able to do it over the course of 15, almost 20 years, and still have that desire to do the little things to go out there and win. Which was, it's funny. I mean, we've talked about Rory. He kind of won me over in that celebration. It was amazing. I never saw a celebration like that in my life.
Did you not like
Especially
him
on the
before?
golf course. It's not that I didn't like him. I've always liked Rory. I just think it was. I didn't like the tiff that he got in with all those live guys. I didn't think it was a good look for anybody.
Yeah. I think he's.
It's kind of.
He's backed off of it. But
I don't know.
I just think you're defensive of your league. I'm sure back in the day there were NBA guys who thought they were better than the ABA and vice versa. I think you should be prideful of your organization. I don't have an issue with that. You're right. He maybe took it a hair too far, and I was pretty critical of that whole deal too. But he's at least smart enough to come around to realize, like, I don't need to continue this fight, and they're gonna work it out for themselves anyway. And by the way, everybody's gonna be richer for it. So at the end of the day, whether he likes it or not, when he collects that $4.2 million check or whatever he got for the Masters, the live guys certainly are partially responsible in the amount of money he's making on the daily. So,
yeah. Well, what that indoor golf league?
Yeah,
that's not part of the PGA Tour, right? I mean, is that Rory? I know Rory has a part of that.
I think that's just their own thing. That's Tiger and Rory, I think, together. I don't think anybody else is involved in that from a major organizational standpoint. I'm sure they've got significant money backers and companies that are involved, but I don't know if they're like the judge and jury, the commissioners and the board and everything else. But yeah.
You know what was amazing too, and it was he's the 6th player to win the Grand Slam of golf, and I know it just seems like there, to me, would have been more, but then when you kind of listen to some of the numbers, it's amazing what to win the Grand Slam is, and because they were, giving out the numbers, and it's amazing what Tiger and Jack Nicklaus were able to do to win that amount. It's like off the charts, off the planet. Because you got Hall of Fame guys. They were talking about Justin Rose being in the Hall of Fame, and I think my man's got 2 majors wins, I believe. So to put that in perspective of seeing that there's only 6 guys that have won all 4 is off the charts. And then when you think of Tiger and Jack and how many they won, it's just, so you see Rory and what he was able to do. I think Rory was the second oldest guy, if I'm not mistaken, because they said Justin Rose would have been the oldest.
Yeah. Well, he had...
Again, it's crazy.
The thing that's amazing to me is the drought, between majors. And he ties the longest stretch there of 11 years without a major. So, and you just think about Rory every day when you think, okay, who's the top 5 golfer? Who are the top 5 golfers in the world? And his name always comes up, but he hasn't won a major in 11 freaking years. And you wouldn't say that about basically anybody else. It's pretty remarkable. The other part of it, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, well, that's the thing that, when I look at Steph Curry and you look at Jordan Spieth, for instance, or Bubba Watson, and, most guys have this window where, everything comes together. They're dialed in. Their skills, their timing, their physical, everything comes together at the same time. And they're able to put together a, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year, if they're lucky, 6-year, if you're really lucky,
right.
Incredible run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be able to, what you said, 11 years, that is almost non-human to be able to do that. Just because of these guys are human and they go through life changes and physical changes and family changes. So to be able to do that is, it's one of the most remarkable things that I've seen.
One of the things that never occurred to me was Rory's place in European golf history. And I saw a golf writer this morning say, he wrote this morning, he said, with him getting the career Grand Slam, he is the greatest European golfer of all time. And I was like, I guess I can't really argue to the contrary because nobody else has ever done it, It's pretty amazing. And you think about all the guys who have been so good so long and had great careers. I was looking at guys who won a bunch in the majors but never got the career Grand Slam. Again, it's so hard to do. And the Masters is very unique. There are others that maybe aren't quite as much so. And then there's obviously a different style of golf in the Open Championship. I was looking at Tom Watson. Tom Watson's won every major. He's won the Open Championship 5 times, Masters twice. PGA never won it. Finished second, and he won 1 U.S. Open. But the question becomes, would you rather have a couple of Masters and no PGA? Would you rather have the career?
Right,
It's like hitting for the cycle versus having a 4 home run game, right? Would you rather have a 4 home run game or would you rather hit for the cycle?
4 home runs.
But the cycle is more unique, right? It's more talked about. Tom Watson should be celebrated in some ways more than some of these guys who won the career Grand Slam because of the career he had. But he won't be looked at the same way because it's such a unique club. But I guess from a European standpoint, I guess Seve would always be one of the first guys that came to mind.
Yeah, it's like Rory doesn't have the most majors, does he?
Of the Europeans?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I have to look at that.
I would consider whoever has the most majors to probably be the best, whether they completed the slam or not.
Yeah, and we can get into debating Jack or Tiger, even though Jack has more majors. A lot of people consider Tiger the greatest ever.
Yeah, he was playing against plumbers. I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about golf.
I think he literally golfed against John Havlicek, actually. That's what I think he was playing against. So it's odd that you bring that up.
No.
How do you feel about the Celtics going to the playoffs, Pat?
I feel good. I still think they shoot too many threes. I realize.
That's weird.
I know, right?
Ironic.
I realized they dunked on me, pun intended, last year when they shot so many threes. I think the last number I think I saw was they make close to 18 a game.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, they shoot a lot. I think they broke the NBA record. What was it, Christian? I think they shot 60 in a game or over 60.
I think it may have been 70. Yeah, it was insane.
It's insane.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just...
Well, if you're hitting them, it doesn't matter. But if you're not, it's kind of ugly.
Right. So, that's just kind of always in the back of my mind. I mean, you've got some of the greatest athletes. You speaking of John Havlicek, I mean, you look at what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can do, and Hondo would have took it to the rim and finished. But I get it. I mean, that's their system, their style.
They can get to where they settle a little too much. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think
that's
that's whether it's the end of a quarter, end of the half, end of a game. I mean, there is that element of settling. I mean, it is the lowest percentage shot for a reason. And yes, I was known for that, but for me, it was the highest percentage shot versus trying to get to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if the good Lord had blessed me with DJ Williams' athleticism, I would have took it to the rim, like I told DJ to.
I ain't got it like that, Pat. I'm a hard worker guy,
Pat, if only you had 6 more inches. Just think what you could have done.
And on the basketball court.
Yeah. Real quickly, bring it back to golf before we let you go here. I was looking at this list now. So I got the list of majors. The only Euros that are ahead of Rory, Harry Vardon, who played pre-1900 or started pre-1900.
We can throw that one
out. Nick Faldo would be the one that has the argument. 1987 to 1996, shorter career, but 6 majors. Rory's got 5.
Rory's got time to get another, though.
True, but to call him the greatest European golfer of all time
now,
today, I'll listen to it.
Does Faldo have the Grand Slam?
Who?
Faldo?
Nope.
Nick Faldo? He doesn't, huh?
Sevy's got 5 also. I think you can make an argument that Sevy's up there. I don't know what his total count was on tournament wins. I'll look here. He's got 90 professional wins, okay? He's got 2 Masters, 3 Open Championships. Best finish, and the others were 3rd and 5th in the U.S. and PGA, respectively. But I can make a pretty strong argument if you give me 15 minutes that Sevy's the greatest European golfer of all time. I can make a half-hearted effort to give you Nick Faldo, but I probably wouldn't argue him over Sevy. But hopefully Rory makes it a no-brainer by the time he's all done. But I don't think just because you have that makes you automatically the greatest.
It's like Agassi's got the slam. In tennis, he's not the greatest. I mean, there's more people.
There are a lot of people have it.
There's a lot of people that have it.
That's true. All the great tennis players have it. Not all the great golfers have it. The fact that Tom Watson didn't have it, and the one he misses the PGA is wild. Anyway. And again, look, like I said the other day, it's like I'd never asked John Daly this, but if it's like I'm sure he's very proud of winning the PGA and the Open Championship. But if you offered him the opportunity to trade him in for a U.S. Open and a Masters, I mean, I think he would at least have to consider, maybe be an argument. I think everybody wants to win the Masters. It's just such an iconic thing. The cool thing about the Masters, too, is, though, no matter how old you are, but it seems like you can compete at a really high level there for a long time because of the course knowledge being valuable. Although we saw some youngsters do well this year for a while. So, Pat, would you?
That's the other thing.
Would you pee in the creek? Yes or no?
How do you? What I didn't understand about that story is, and I've never been to Augusta. Maybe, hopefully, one day. But how is it that private where you can find a place to pee in the creek? Or is it you just go?
He said people saw him and he didn't care. I'm like, wow, you're really out there, bro.
That's how they do it.
Now he's a European, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been to Europe, and they are very, I guess, liberal in their urination position.
They're a little less buttoned up, I think, than the Americans are in general with that.
It was the first time I went over to Europe. I went to, my grandmother was born in France.
Right.
You remember my grandmother?
Oh, yeah. God.
It was
God
like 1986. And she grew up on a farm in France, so that's where we were staying. It was like 10, 15 people around the farm. We were eating dinner. And it must have been every Sunday or Saturday night, this TV show came on called Coco Lady Show. And I'm not joking. I'm 10 years old. And we're sitting around this table. with all my great grandfather. Everybody's there. My father, my grandfather, my mother. The TV show comes on. All the ladies were topless, and everybody's It was a comedy show. Everybody's laughing and joking, and it was Europe in the '80s, man. Europe in the '80s.
Sounds hilarious to me. I can't wait to check that comedy out, Pat. Sounds amazing.
Coco Lady Show.
Sounds hilarious. I'm going to France next week. All right. Sounds good. All right, bro. Well, listen, I appreciate.
haven't even told you.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you what I was doing with the binoculars in Normandy. Forget about it. Oh,
was there a nude beach in Normandy?
It wasn't a quote unquote nude beach, but that's what they were doing on the beach.
They just took their tops off.
No matter what. And down in Nice, I'm talking. I mean, I could go on and on, but I mean, they have showers. When I was down in Nice, and this is when I was playing over there, so I was a grown man, and I was like, more than like just a kid with binoculars. They've got showers on the beach where they come out of, people come out of the water and they go under the shower. It's it's just wild. Now, this was 20 years ago, so I'm sure lots changed.
I'm not sure that it has. And I think this conversation will be much better held over a croissant. Yeah. And I think we should go to Paris and discuss it. So we'll plan that later.
Yeah, let's take that trip.
I'd love to. Thank you to River City Flooring. We appreciate them. They are online, rivercityflooringinc.com. Pat and I have gone topless together with Terry, the owner.
Wait, what?
But we had shorts on and we were fishing.
What about Terry?
Terry had his clothes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
DJ, you gotta do the fishing trip with us.
Okay.
You fish?
I told you I rip
lips.
lips.
That's right. Yeah.
I rip lips.
Yep. Okay.
I need somebody to take it off the hooks for me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. We got he'll do everything for you, like you're a little baby. It's like, here you go, 6-year-old kid.
I'll take it. You fly fish?
I fly fished.
No, you don't.
I have fly fished.
You got skills?
I don't fly fish on a regular basis.
Okay. You got a good cast?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. I caught a couple trout.
I watched the river run through it, and that's about as close as I got
good.
to it.
It's good enough. All right, PB, we got to run. Appreciate you.
Great movie. Yeah,
it is a
love
classic.
that movie.
Absolutely. All right, buddy. Take
All
care.
right, boys. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you too. See you. I just want you to know, if you end up in the Hall of Fame, I will be there.
Thank you.
I'm really sad that Pat couldn't be here this last week. Very, very disappointed. But I'll be there for you.
You couldn't make it because...
You just promised to come to my funeral. I promise to come to your Hall of Fame induction.
You want me to do a speech at your funeral?
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
All right.
A eulogy.
Yeah, you and Christian can share it.
What type of vibe you feeling?
Fun.
Okay.
Jokes.
Drunk. Yeah, good times.
Okay.
Lighthearted. Yeah, sad about me for.
Okay.
Shh. Fart in the wind, buddy. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You get me in a crowd.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in Major League Baseball, the Cardinals got back to 500 after beating the Astros 8-3. Starter Sonny Gray got his third win of the season in 4 starts. The Mets beat the Twins 5-1 for their 11th win of the year. Juan Soto hit his second home run of the year in that game. On the West Coast, the Dodgers got their 12th win of the year as they beat the Rockies 5-3, and the Padres got their MLB best 14th win after beating the Cubs 10-4. The Arkansas Travelers start their 6-game road series against the Springfield Cardinals tonight. First pitch is set for 6:35. Coverage for all Travs games can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. And Arkansas baseball will host Pine Bluff in Fayetteville tonight at 6 o'clock. Radio coverage can be heard on the Buzz. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
Spring has sprung in Arkansas, and the truck inventory at Gwatney Buick GMC is in full bloom. Now's the time to upgrade your trade, because the value of your current ride has sprung forward, and Gwatney's prices have rolled back during April's Daylight Savings. Trade up to a new 2025 GMC Sierra Crew Cab and save up to $13,500 off MSRP. Call 945-4444. These Daylight Savings aren't permanent. The time to act is now. Kick your current high rates to the curb and get a 2025 GMC Sierra as low as 0.9%. Right now, let Gwatney Buick GMC lower your truck payment with new GMC Sierras starting at just $479 a month. So set your watch to save during Gwatney Buick GMC's Daylight Savings. 5700 Landers Road next to Sam's in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 30976 31020. All offers accrue credit. Some offers require qualifying trade.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Been some time. You still look like an angel. I heard you're doing fine. Got promoted back in April. And you met someone. Your dad says he's okay. Well, I've never been there.
Top 10 Tuesday. Got a list for you here coming up momentarily.
Oh, Top 10 Tuesday.
It's a Top 10 Tuesday, DJ.
That's a thing now?
Game balls, it's always been a thing. We just don't always do them. Mondays, game balls, jockstraps. Tuesdays, Top 10 Tuesday. Wednesday used to be What the Hell Wednesday. And it still is.
Yeah.
It also has been Would You Rather Wednesday, where I'm like, would you rather do this or that? Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? The obvious answer is 1, 2, 3, fly.
Invisible.
Okay. Because you guys are perverts.
No.
I like to be able to fly.
No, I think I would go fly. I think I changed my mind.
Yep.
There's always stipulations, though, when it comes to this, right?
You don't need to fly. You don't want to go anywhere.
No. Fly,
If I can
cool.
fly-
But you can only fly as fast as you can run. You still want to fly?
That's not a stipulation.
Yes, it is.
That would be
That's how it works.
No, I can fly as fast as I want. You can be as invisible as you want.
No.
I'm not saying you can only be 90%. Okay, you're invisible except for your wee-wee is obvious to
You're
everybody.
invisible, but you're always invisible. You can read minds, but you always can read minds. You can't shut it off.
No.
Okay. You would suck at Would
go
You Rather
too far.
Wednesdays. That's why we do What the Hell
That's why
Wednesdays.
you got to pick. It's too much.
No, it's not. It's
Yes, it is.
that's the most basic one of all because
What?
flying as fast as you want and being as invisible whenever
No,
you want.
It makes you change
is
the way you
equal.
think.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, under my scenario, you can fly as fast as you want and you can be invisible whenever you want.
But
What
that's
would
not
you choose?
how. That's not how it works.
It absolutely
Hey,
does.
DJ, I want to tell you,
How
neither one of these things are actually real.
Thank you. It's suspension of disbelief. Work with us here. Anyway, in the meantime, while you're thinking about what you'd rather do, flying at full speed and being invisible on command, let me tell you about Oaklawn Anywhere, you knucklehead. Oaklawn Anywhere rocks. And if you are looking to wager on the horse races, that's the best way to do it, even when you're on site. Now, they're due a little bit of a bonus if you bet show bets on site. There's a little bit of a bonus if you bet at the window. But I like using my app. That way I can kind of track how I did for the day, too, because after you have like 7 or 8 races and you've eaten a couple corned beef sandwiches and it's been a long day, you kind of lose track. I like to see how much money did I win? How much money did I lose? And it's all in there for you. It's great. There's also a sign-up bonus right now, Buzz25. If you want to get the $150 sign-up bonus, it is Oaklawn Anywhere. Bet.oaklawn.com is the website for everybody if you want to go on a browser. And if you want to download the app, they have it for iPad and iPhone. And again, if you're an Android user, that's cool. They love you too. But you got to go to the browser, bet.oaklawn.com, and set your account up, man. It's great. Easy to get money in and out, too, because I do it a lot. I'm not going to tell you which way is more common, but there's money flowing in and out of my account on the reg. All right, so what'd you decide?
If you're invisible, that means you're walking around butt naked everywhere?
If you want to, you can
walk. No, your clothes don't go invisible.
Okay.
That's too much.
You're invisible. Nobody can see you.
No, your clothes don't go invisible?
No.
So you got to be naked to go invisible?
Be naked.
That doesn't change anything.
Like the homeboy from The Boys.
If you're walking around naked and nobody can see you, or you're walking around with clothes on and nobody can see you, what difference
what
does it
if
make?
I need to become visible?
You can do it on command.
Be tough.
You guys are way. You know what? You're making. You guys are taking the fun.
You got to have clothes.
You need a stash.
Put in different places.
Yeah, you got to hide them somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you can walk around with clothes on and your clothes become invisible.
I still want to fly.
Anything
I don't
touching.
even have to have a car if I fly.
Yeah, you do. You got to get your kid from A to B.
Yeah. Good luck flying in the rain.
I'd save
That'd
so
be
much
tough.
money with
That'd
gas.
be a tough fly.
You don't have super strength. Do you trust yourself enough to fly at 500 miles an hour, holding tightly to Titus?
500 miles an hour.
Well, how fast do you want to go?
If I'm flying at 500 miles an hour, I'm going to hit a bird and I'm going to die.
It's a great point.
There's so many things. You got to think about this.
Yeah.
I'd rather have teleportation.
I would love.
I would definitely get a good set of goggles, maybe a helmet.
The stipulation with teleportation, everyone knows you can only teleport as far as you can see.
Oh, that's
so lame.
It's the way it works.
It could be super useful though.
So I can teleport to the moon because I can see it.
That's a great point.
You could.
You're gonna die immediately when you get there. It sucks. You're like, I'm here.
That's it.
You gotta look right back to Earth real quick and be
You
like,
just gotta build.
hold your breath for the whole time.
Oh, it's got to be quick.
Because it's such a dumb conversation.
I'd have to get over my fear of heights so I
Yeah,
can
that'd be
climb a
tough.
tower and then teleport.
Okay.
Why can't you just teleport to the top of the tower and teleport right back down?
Great point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, buddy. That's what I'm here for. All right. All right, you guys want to hear who's got the happiest country? Who is the best? Who? I didn't ask you to guess. Do you want me to give you the top 10 list of the happiest countries, best performing cities in America for the last year, or the top 10 U.S. employers according to Fortune magazine?
Let's
do cities.
Yeah. cities.
Wow, we got a
I feel like we
total
do the top
agreement
10
there.
How happy people are every year.
All right. The top 10 cities in America list. Spoiler alert, nothing in Arkansas made the list.
I'm shocked.
Actually, that's not true. Somebody did. That's why I printed it off.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of, some of them are like multi-city areas, like central Arkansas kind of. But anyway, number 12 on this list, Myrtle Beach / Conway / North Myrtle Beach in the Carolinas. So it's kind of on the border of Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. Conway is where Coastal is.
Didn't know that.
The other Conway. Charleston and North Charleston in South Carolina is number 11. Now, if you've ever been to Charleston, you'll agree, spectacular spot. Now, best performing cities, what does that entail? High levels of employment, growth, and wage growth over the last 5 years. Number 10, not one I would have thought about, but a great place, I'm sure, Boise, Idaho.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
My
All right.
potatoes need picked out there.
I give you a couple of extra ones. So now we're down to 9. Palm Bay / Melbourne and Titusville, Florida. Olympia and Tumwater, Washington.
Okay.
Never heard of Tumwater. Number 7, Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers. Makes me feel better. And Bentonville didn't even make it into the collection here, although it should have probably. Wow. But I said something about Rogers versus Springdale the other day to Andrew, and he got offended at me. And I'm like, bro, once I get north of Fayetteville, until I hit Bentonville, it's all the same to me. Sorry.
No, Springdale, Rogers, two completely different places.
I realize.
Yeah.
What's different about them?
One has an Embassy Suites and one doesn't. One has a Roost Chris Steakhouse and one doesn't. And one has the Amp and one doesn't.
And it's Rogers that has those?
Yeah, Rogers is the better of the two, but Springdale's got its charm.
They're working on it.
Downtown Springdale's actually pretty cute.
Is it?
Yeah, they got a couple spots over there that are pretty good. You would not believe that, but it's true. I'm sticking up for you, Springdale. I always stick up for the towns that don't get enough respect. I'm a Pine Bluff guy, too. Number 6, Austin and Round Rock, Texas.
Okay.
I'm fine with Round Rock. You know where Texas can go. Number 5, Colorado Springs. Never spent time there.
I've been. It's pretty.
Yeah, that's real pretty.
There's not too many places in Colorado that are really dumpy, right?
That's true.
Number 4, Huntsville, Alabama. Did not see that one coming. You want to talk about your curveball.
Isn't
That's
that
it.
where the space stuff is?
Yeah. Number 3, Salt Lake City. No issue there. I like Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, you know what they need? More bars.
Need more alcohol out there.
They really do. It's not as much fun of a town as you would think for a city that size, but it is beautiful.
Isn't that lake drying up?
I don't know.
I went for the
I haven't
BYU
measured.
game.
Yep.
Am I in the right spot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like no water.
Provo's like 40 minutes,
Yeah, I've
30
heard-
minutes.
heard about that.
I would have flown. I flew into Salt Lake.
You sure did.
And
Probably a lot of
driving out
salt-
there was
salt out
nothing.
there.
DJ's like, this place needs more pepper. Number 2, Ogden, Clearfield, Utah. I've never been to Ogden. There's a school there. Who's there? That's not Utah State, is it? No, it is Utah State, I think.
Don't know.
Yes, I think it is. I'm 90% sure. 84% sure.
You said where?
Ogden, Utah, I think is Utah State.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm crazy. Number 1 on the list, you guys want to guess?
Weber State.
Weber State?
Weber State, I'm sorry.
Where is, what town is Utah State in? Name a town in Utah.
It is Salt Lake.
It is Salt Lake, yeah.
Ooh, look at me coming
Utah State's
through.
in Salt Lake?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's in the city. I remember that because I saw it. It's like built into a mountain. Looks real cool, just like BYU.
How did I miss that? Weird. Number 1 on the list.
Oh, it says Logan.
That's it, Logan.
It says Logan.
Okay, you guys threw me off there. Logan is right. Not
Real
Ogden.
close to Salt Lake.
Well, there's a G.
Yeah.
Isn't Utah like Utah University in Salt Lake?
It certainly is. The University of Utah is in Salt Lake.
That's
yes.
what I was thinking.
100%.
The red school.
Yes,
Are
the
they
red school.
Yeah.
You bet.
The Utes.
Yep. Number 1 on the list. You'll never
Give us
come
a
up
hint.
with it.
Give us a hint. Like
Uh,
region.
It's ACC state. It's
Tallahassee?
No, it's in North Carolina.
Is it
Wake Forest? I don't know.
Raleigh.
I was gonna.
Wow.
What's so great about Raleigh?
Apparently a lot of good things. I don't know. But those are your
But
places.
those are like the fastest growing places.
Yeah, I think like if you're looking to it says employment growth and wage growth over the last 5 years. So if you're trying to get a better job and make more money, those are places. And I don't think that shocks anybody. Now, most of us don't know most of anything about most of these places, but I think we can all agree that if Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers is number 7, they're on the right track. That's all I got. So 11:50. When we come back, we got Eli Cranor. Stick around in the zone on the Buzz Radio Network.
The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Fellas, over 40, struggling with low energy, not feeling like yourself? Low T Center's testosterone replacement therapy is the solution. Get started today, fellas. Visit one of our conveniently located clinics, meet a medical provider, and get back to feeling your best. This April only, listen up, the consultation is free. Treatment is tailor-made for you, and it's covered by most major insurance. Get treated at our centers or from home. Why wait? Book your appointment now at lowtcenter.com. Again, that's lowtcenter.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Are you dreaming of excitement and adventure? Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Sea-Doo of Russellville is the place to be. From the cost-effective and customizable Sea-Doo Switch pontoon boat to a one-of-a-kind Can-Am Spider, Hubbard Power Sports has what you're looking for. Looking for a Sea-Doo personal watercraft? Don't worry, we've got you covered there too. From a Can-Am Defender farm rig to the all-new 240-horsepower Can-Am Maverick R, we've got it all. With a large selection of Can-Am four-wheelers and side-by-side models in stock now. Stop by and see us in Russellville. Visit us at HubbardPowersports.com.
The GM Giant, Crain Buick GMC in Conway, is your #1 source for high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Shop Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, and more. Nobody beats the GM Giants' huge Crain cash discounts and low price guarantee. Buy with 0 down and get the Crain commitment. If your car doesn't say Crain on it, then you pay too much. Shop the GM Giant, Crain Buick GMC on Amity Road in Conway, or visit CrainTeamConway.com today. GMC, we are professional grade.
The Zone is back. We can't always promise we'll be on our A game.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
But Justin Acri and DJ Williams will try their best to make it a smile and a glory hole day for you.
I need to be myself. I'm happy no one else. I'm feeling supersonic. Give me gin and tonic. You can have it all, but how much do you want it? Make me laugh. Give me your autograph. Can I ride with you in your BMW? You can sail with me in my yellow submarine. You need to find out. No one's gonna tell you.
All right, welcome back. Justin's knocking out some stuff real quick, but let's go ahead and get to it. Our guy Eli Cranor standing by on the Jim Razorback Pizza hotline. What's up, my guy? Eli, you good?
What's up, DJ?
Just another great
Always
day.
good.
You know, just finished the Masters this weekend. I'm a golf guy now. How about that? I mean, I'm about 20% in. I was 0%, but now I'm about 20 in. What do you think about it?
Now I'm hanging at 0. I had a grandpa. I grew up in Forest City, and man, it was like country club, culture, and he was real serious with me with golf, like from an early age, and it just burned me out really quick.
Well, I'm surprised. I fell a little bit more in love with like the what's the word? The facade of it, and I thought it was really cool. I like the history of it. That's what I I think that stuff's pretty cool.
All right, well, read a golf book then and stay off the golf course.
Okay. Well, easy. I want to do both.
I want you to do it.
Come on, man.
Speaking of athletes and golfers, and maybe those aren't the same thing. Depends how you look at it. We try to stay away from politics on this show, Eli, but I think this book you're offering up today is going to be something that is very interesting to just about all of our listeners. Tell me about John Finkel's effort here regarding presidents and athletics.
Yeah, man, that's so great because everywhere we go, right, that's all we get is politics. And this is an easy way this might be an easy way to bring up some lesser known facts. The book is called Jocks in Chief. And it's by this guy, John Finkel, who I've mentioned before. He's the guy that wrote the Macho Man, Randy Savage book. And this guy writes for GQ. He writes for Men's Fitness. He had this great profile in the New Yorker, which I think I mentioned last time. Mm-hmm. The title of this profile was The Meathead Getting Other Meatheads to Read.
Yes.
And anyway, Jocks in Chief.
DJ, you may have known by his other writing name, Einhorn. Anyway.
Anyway, he ranks all the presidents. He ranks them all based on their athletic prowess, and he's got categories. So executive power is like their overall strength, running ability, fit for office, experience. So like athletic accomplishments, Medal of Honor. And so just some random facts that I wasn't aware of. Gerald Ford won 2 national championships as a linebacker with Michigan and was named MVP of the team in 1934. George H.W. Bush played in a College World Series. And then on the other end of this, the less athletic side, Calvin Coolidge used to ride an electronic horse, like sit on a horse while he was in office. And he really took a lot of crap for it. Like people really, that wasn't the image that they wanted of their president. So this book is filled with stuff like that. And then John Finkel, I imagine it's probably a small percentage of your listeners that really dig into, this book section. But if you are that percentage, I would highly recommend you go and checking out John Finkel. He's got a newsletter. It's called Books and Biceps. And that's the thing that got profiled in the New Yorker. And every week he does this. He recommends a book. And he has his own books, but he's really good about being a voracious reader and recommending stuff that's kind of in the same wheelhouse. Sports, different stuff that would appeal I guess, to a meathead.
Each president is scored 1 through 10 across 5 different categories, and we'll have to read the book to find out who gets what. But there's all kinds of good backstories in here. Some presidents saved a bunch of lives as a lifeguard. There's another one that practiced jujitsu a few times a week while in the White House.
What did Abraham Lincoln do?
He was a wrestler, wasn't he?
He looks like a boxer.
I don't know.
I think he's a really good wrestler.
Good reach. Jocks in Chief is the book by John Finkel as Einhorn. And Eli Cranor, you got 15 seconds to tell people about Mississippi Blue 42.
Man, Mississippi Blue 42 is hitting shelves August 5th, and it's just getting closer, man. It's starting to feel this summer. It's gonna be here before we know it, just in time for football season.
You the man. Thank you, buddy.
At Guatney Chevrolet
Appreciate
in
you guys.
Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Guatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Guatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and that's your home and your business. So if your business needs a touch-up, call CertaPro Painters and let them handle the job for you. They provide excellent workmanship, quality, and a worry-free process for both residential and commercial spaces, all at the right price. You've got to focus on your business. Let them focus on your painting. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Get your estimate scheduled today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Catch the buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
1037 The Buzz.
You know how I am. You guys know how I am. I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Massive party turns into a mass shooting in Conway. 2 people are dead and 9 others are in the hospital. Police say it all started with a party at 5th Avenue Park Sunday night. People who were there say everything was fine until a fight broke out. That's when shots were fired and it all turned to chaos. Some people who were at the party tell us they thought it was a college event hosted by the University of Central Arkansas. But UCA says that's not the case. University officials say students may have been misled into going in the first place, adding that event promotions used UCA branding without authorization. UCA says campus police are working with Conway PD in this investigation. Conway police have yet to make an arrest, and they have not shared any information about any possible suspects. They plan to have a press conference at City Hall at 11 this morning. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acri and David Wanjanati every Saturday morning at 11. Oaklawn Race Day is your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action and Arkansas source for racing news and analysis. Oaklawn Race Day, presented by Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a sunny and breezy Tuesday with a high temperature into the lower 70s. Little Rock should top out at 72. Tonight, a mostly clear sky. The wind will become calm. It'll be pretty chilly, too. We'll drop down to 47. Our Wednesday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Founded by the dynamic music duo Cliff and Susan Prowse, Big Red Dog Productions, your gateway to music excellence, offering music production, artist development, with a proven track record of award-winning events. From recording the songs you've written to learning how to book and play crowd-engaging shows, their Entertainers Academy can ignite your music career. Visit BigRedDogProductions.com. Your path to a full-time music career awaits.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling
problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood, and I've got some big news. We aren't participating in any tariff price hikes. That's right, no bogus markups at Fletcher Dodge. Now, here's some really big news. Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram just announced factory employee pricing. You pay what we pay. No gimmicks, no tricks, just real savings. These are the best deals we've seen all year. New Ram trucks up to $14,000 off, or you can get 1.9% for 72 months. New Grand Cherokees with third row seating and sunroofs, also four-wheel drive, priced under $40,000. New Wranglers up to $9,000 off. And the all-new Jeep Compass for only $359 a month. Folks, we're making deals every day like it's the last day of the month. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. We also promise you a hassle-free buying experience. We want to be your dealer for life. It's Ram Truck Month. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
We love our backyard. This year we added an all-brick outdoor kitchen. We couldn't wait to show it off. But what happened? Mosquitoes. Basically, we did all this work for them. Instead of entertaining and providing food for our guests, we became the food. We wasted all that time and money on a yard we couldn't even enjoy. Then we called Mosquito Joe. After just the first treatment, Mosquito Joe gave us our yard back. Now we're the favorite neighborhood hangout. Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
At Lowe's, pros save big on the supplies you need to get the job done. With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards program, get member-only deals every week and access to free standard shipping. Plus, members earn points toward exclusive rewards. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Program subject to terms and conditions. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet? RV wins! Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach? RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Southern Bank presents Family Feud on 103.7 The Buzz. Tune in to Morning Mayhem on Tuesday mornings for your chance to play with Justin Moore, David, and Roger. Family Feud on Morning Mayhem brought to you by Southern Bank. Bankwithsouthern.com.
You ready? Let's go!
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Spring Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, but a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear. Cause Ryan was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the
Result
Keys to the Weekend with Susan Erwin Prowse is brought to you by Willy D's. Established in 2003, Willy D's has grown into the premier nightlife venue in the Little Rock River Market. Willy D's. Come and get your Willy on.
Hi, Susan.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you? I was hoping to come and see you on Friday, but by the time the Hall of Fame banquet was over, you were already done at Pops, so we didn't end up coming there. But I talked to a few people who did come there afterwards and caught the band after y'all and had a blast.
Oh, good.
So that's good.
Awesome.
Glad that they had a good time.
Yeah, we're back Friday, Saturday this weekend. We got 3 more weekends of racing, and so
that is fast.
Isn't that
It's hard to
crazy?
believe. Tell people about your big weekend on Saturday, though. What a cool experience.
Yeah, so we've only taken off 2 dates the entire racing season to go and do other events. One was a wedding, and this last Saturday we went and we performed at the Arkansas Roots Festival in Dias, Arkansas, at the boyhood home of Johnny Cash. I had never been there before, and I'm distantly related to Johnny Cash, and so we even have like my great something grandfather, who is John, middle initial E, Cash, has been on my wall since I was growing up. So, like, really cool.
John, middle initial E, Cash.
Cash, yeah.
That is hilarious.
I know.
I love it.
So I walked into the home. I'd never taken the tour. I highly recommend y'all go up there. It's a little bit, about 30 minutes north of Memphis. And just amazing. I think it was spiritual, honestly. It was just, for me as a musician and the history, and just so cool. But the coolest part was I walked in and his mom's piano was there. The one that, I grew up with my mom. My mom's still the church piano player, and that was my intro into music. So to know that Johnny Cash was sitting there, and his first time to perform ever live in person was at church while his mother played that piano. Well, yeah, different piano, but played the piano, and he sang "Uncloudy Day." So I got to play the piano. They let me play the piano.
They let you play his mother's piano?
Yeah, it was very out of tune.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, they let.
Is
I was like,
spiritual.
can I? I mean, I teared up. I was just like, this is
Was it in tune?
No, it wasn't. Then they don't want anybody to touch it. They just, they're not going to tune it and have all that done right now. But I was just like, I just imagined all of the music in that family in that living room, and just, Christmas time for me, it's always about singing and playing around the piano and hearing my mom practice for church and the hymns coming out the front window. And I'm thinking how he must have really been influenced by that. So it was very cool. So yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, so we're back at it this week, and I've got my calendar here. I know we've got Easter weekend coming up. Y'all have any Easter egg plans?
Eat food.
Sit
around.
You deviled egg?
I love deviled egg.
I could
like they're going out of style.
I know.
You smash them, huh?
Smash.
Weird.
Especially if they have bacon on top.
They really like them.
A little bacon.
Oh, that's actually,
A little
brilliant.
bacon,
Yeah,
yeah.
How do you feel about a little sliced green olive on top?
That'll work.
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah.
You said green what?
Olive?
No, it's a little much.
I feel like a pickle.
You want
on the
green
side.
onion?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say onion.
No, green olive is a very common little thing to stick with. You just slice them.
I've seen it before.
A little bit of green olive, a little pimento in the middle. on top.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I've had it. I don't know.
I don't know that I've had a bad deviled egg ever.
Me neither. Ever.
So good. You know, it's funny though. You meet people and they're always like, "My mom, my grandma, my whomever, best deviled egg you ever had." I'm like,
they're all tasty.
I ain't never had a bad one. Anyway.
Anyway, so we're headed into Easter weekend, and Cliff and I'll be back at the joint this Thursday in Oaklawn. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into Little Rock. Let's focus on Little Rock. Willy D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar is our sponsored segment, and so every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we've got our dueling pianos downtown. Cliff and I stopped through last Thursday and had a good time with the team. We've got the DJs downstairs. We have karaoke every Tuesday, so tonight you could head over to Willy D's and sing some karaoke. DJs downstairs packing the dance floor every Friday and Saturday.
Not you.
Now, yeah.
Used
DJs.
to back in the day.
You did? Did you really DJ? DJ was a DJ?
Oh, no. I used to.
Oh,
I used to bring the crew with me, the squad.
yeah.
I could see you being a DJ, actually.
You think so?
Yes, 100%.
I made a mix for a wedding before. That's it.
Okay.
Was it a white people wedding? Were you playing white music?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mixed up "Sexy Back" with what's that song? What's that old? Give me a second, it'll come to me. But I added a little.
You know,
and
my
then it busted
favorite
out into "Sexy Back."
when DJ Kramer mixes country with rap, that really gets me going. I think
you.
My
that's
buddy
super
says when you
cool.
mix country with rap, you get with crap.
Yeah, I know. That's I'll fold that up for you. You would be DJ, but DJ squared. You could be DJ
squared.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. That was my name.
Was
in
that
my mind? I got some very embarrassing YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Did I delete those? I think I did.
Uh-oh.
Please
Y'all go
to
get
God,
to
did
looking.
You doing what?
I DJing. So I had the camera set up at my apartment in Green Bay, and I had like this big puncher board with all the little colors on it, and I would mash up songs. And looking back at it now, it's so lame.
Sounds
but
so
in
cool,
the moment,
actually.
I used to do that with
cool.
cassette tapes.
Were they bad?
Oh, they were bangers.
Oh, okay.
There were no doubt about
Sounds
it.
awesome to me.
I mean, you could sell those mixes. You know what I'm saying? You can monetize.
Well, they're other people's songs, so right?
Yeah, but if I don't know, you probably
You
could
put them on SoundCloud, you'll be all right.
You know, you could.
You could just ride the wave until somebody sues you.
That'd be cool.
You don't sell enough, they probably go, below the radar.
Let's see if I can find this.
All right, so DJ's not performing this weekend, but others are. So let's keep on.
Sorry, I'll get to my point. River Market Pavilion, we've got Jazz in the Park. I know that's back. Really good. Should be great weather tomorrow. The Jacksonville High School Jazz Band will be there tomorrow.
There's actually 3 jazz bands I believe they're going to be performing there, which
Jacksonville,
is kind of cool.
Little Rock, and the Little Rock Southwest. So yeah, there's 3 jazz bands.
Parkview, I think, is the second one.
Okay, let's see. I got Jacksonville, Little Rock, Parkview, and Little Rock Southwest. You're right. And then Thursday over at the amphitheater, Cake. Are you all going to see Cake?
Am I going to see Cake? I'm going to be front row.
Oh, okay.
My gosh.
All right. Well, that means you can head over to Willy D's.
I'm going to be so close to Cake. If they blow out their candles, they're going to get wax on me.
He's going to be all caked
But
up.
Oh.
Listen, you can head over after you got all that wax on you to Willy D's and go continue the party because we'll be open late. So that's always a good thing. Head over from the amphitheater.
Starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up.
You need to learn how to play this.
Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They
did it once.
I can see
I
that.
think we did it
I've
once.
seen it at a piano bar before. It actually is kind of a fun
I'd have
song.
to read it, but we could make it work.
That's all he's doing is reading it too, so it's okay. Not a whole lot of singing there. I love these guys though. Anyway,
All right, the Rev Room on Friday, the Drop Tines will be there. It's a country band. So head over Friday night. After that, over to Willy D's. Stickies, we've got all kinds of up on the patio. So Stickies got their patio going now. So that's cool. Friday
Let's
night.
go.
Saturday, Darkness Resurrected Dance Night with some DJs. There again, some DJs going on. The Hall has Hailstorms, Lizzie and Joe on Tuesday tonight. Wednesday, Memphis Mayfire, a metal band. Friday, St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
I'm not trying to crowd the place on Friday night because I'm going to be there, but let me tell you something. If you've never seen St. Paul and the Broken Bones, you're missing out. Guy puts on.
You said that last week, so this must
their
be
lead
really
singer
big.
puts on a hell of a show. He is fantastic. He's almost as good as Susan, but he's really, really good.
Oh man. Well, thank you, but I'm sure that's what I hate about not being able to. Whenever we're performing other places and I can't make other shows that are coming through. But
That's like me wanting to go to more football games because I want to see other people and what they're doing too. But guess what? I'll be at the UCA game every game in the fall. You know what I mean? That's how it works out sometimes.
Yes. So Whitewater Tavern, I don't read off their calendar every week, but they have great artists. And I just wanted to shout out to them because Tyler Childers came through last week at Simmons, and they were posting about how Tyler Childers used to come through Whitewater before he made it arena style.
wild.
So I'm like, if you want to go see artists that are going to be in the arena one day, but you want to catch them on their way up, definitely check out whitewatertavern.com, and their calendar's always packed with great talent. Southern Tail Brewing's got music going on. Thursdays and Sundays are kind of their sweet spots. So that's cool.
You know who they have this week or just in general?
Yeah, no, I've got they have the Magic Hills on Thursday and Bree Ogden on Sunday.
There's Bree.
Yeah, we played last Thursday. It's good. It was good.
Okay.
Good time.
I like
We're
it
going to
with-
be there on Mother's Day, by the way. So bring moms out to it's Sunday, May 10th or 11th or something in there. Dugan's Pub has great music Tuesday tonight. Carla Case Band karaoke on Wednesday, Thursday. The Dilemma. Rusty Tractor Venues has an Easter party on Saturday. Over in North Little Rock, we're only a month away from the Pulaski County Fair, so we do have some music, but the Pulaski County Fair is a big one. I work on that. That's been a project of mine for 5 years. Oaklawn is the presenting sponsor there. The Argenta Plaza has Saturday night, this Saturday, Argenta Vibe Music Series with Southern Avenue. So head over there. Four Quarters got great music every week. Friday, they have Spa City Youngbloods, and Saturday, Worms, High Desert Queen Peach Blush. So I'm not sure about that.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it was. Hot Springs, of course, Cliff and I are going to be there on Friday, Saturday, but the comedy night is on Wednesday at Pop's Lounge. Roger Scott will be over there.
He will. And then
Yeah,
he's got
so-
their back there Thursday on for trivia over in Mainline.
Oh, yeah. So Wednesday and Thursday, Oaklawn, catch them, and then come see Cliff and I on Friday, Saturday, and the Phrase is there on the late night on those this weekend. Oaklawn Event Center, May 2nd, Craig Morgan, but they've got, a lot of great concerts over in the Event Center. The Big Chill's got some good music going on, but I was going to list off the Arlington, Washita Bar and Grill, the Ohio Club, the Heist, Maxine's, Tap House, Copper Penny. These are all great places that are on my calendar, entertainersguide.com for Hot Springs.
We do love OBG. They got a
Yeah.
great outdoor venue. When the weather's right, you can't beat it. We were there we went there after the banquet the other night.
Yeah.
And hung out.
Good
So,
time?
Yeah, great spot. Always good.
Perfect weather.
Absolutely.
420 Eats is a little like food truck kind of park thing. They've got live music going on right now, so that's just down the road in Central. It's in the Hot Springs.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah, it's more down. It's on Central towards downtown, right before you get to Spencer's Corner.
Okay.
On the left. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Over by the Hotel Hot Springs.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Is that what that's called? I didn't know what it's called.
Yeah.
I every time I stay at the Hotel Hot Springs, you can see it usually from the room I'm in, and I'm like, it looks great. I've just never been over there.
You stay in the same room every time?
No, but if I'm if I'm looking
That'd
out
be baller.
onto the street, it's
a cool vibe. We played it, and Bad Habit will be there this weekend with another. So Friday, Saturday, they're celebrating their 6th year anniversary this weekend. So
yeah, it's a cool deal. It's a nice setup.
Conway, I'm just going to list off the venues because I'm always giving certain ones love, but I want to say King's Live, JJ's Conway, TC's Midtown, Bears Den, The Rogue Roundabout, TJI Fridays, Mally's, and Taylor's Made. I mean, there's a lot of venues over in Conway, so y'all make sure show some love there. Let's see, just a couple of festivals left. Manila, y'all know where Manila is?
Yes, they had a Thrilla there one night. It was a big fight.
Oh, okay.
The Thrilla in Manila.
Okay, well,
probably not the same one.
Yeah, no, this one's over toward Osceola, Paragould area. So the Blazing Barbecue Festival, they've got live music on Saturday. In Fort Worth, man, they're killing it right now with Temple Live and the Majestic. They've got some great artists coming through right now. Waylon Wyatt is this young kid. On Saturday, Waylon's playing there. He's blown up on TikTok. He's from Arkansas. He's up for a lot of awards at the Arkansas CMAs, and he's playing Saturday at Temple Live. And then Mountain View has the Mountain View Folk Festival on Friday and Saturday. We're playing Mountain View on Memorial Day. We're going to go up and play the Square. I'm excited. My first time to play Mountain View. So lots of stuff going on around the state. The weather hopefully will be good this weekend. And y'all check out entertainersguide.com. There's over 100 venues, over 40 cities across all of Arkansas. I couldn't share it all every week, but that's where it lives every week, updated on Tuesdays.
I like it. When are you all going to record some more stuff? Are you all working on writing anything?
We are releasing our next song on May 16th, and we're going to Fort Worth on Monday to shoot the next music video.
What is the song called?
It's called West Virginia.
How is Spitfire doing?
It's doing well. It's
That's
doing well.
awesome.
Yeah. We got 14,000 views on our official music video.
Awesome.
And we've been, it's this constant churn of marketing. You can't just drop it and expect it to do. I mean, there's a lot of music flooding as an indie artist.
Awesome. I love that song.
Thank you. We're getting good reviews on it. And
so good.
we're excited about that one. And then West Virginia is more of a storytelling song. It's about a little girl and a boy that grew up in Virginia, but her name is Virginia. And we've got a lot of, what informs what we're going to release next is we go and play them out live and get feedback, and people are like, oh, I love that. And the ones that we keep hearing over and over, we're like, okay, that's probably a good one to release. And also it gives us a chance to like work it out and figure out what kind of arrangement we want to do. And then we headed to the studio and worked with a really great producer and in Nashville on this one. So
nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever worry about performing songs before you've recorded them and having somebody steal something from it?
No, because if you're smart, you'll go ahead and register them and get the copyright and, take care of that stuff. Not always. Sometimes.
I had a lady yell at me one night. I don't remember where we were, but we were out. I think we were in San Francisco. And I was just like videoing. I was like, oh, this is really cool. This is fun. And she stopped and like screamed at me. It was I was like, lady, you're in a bar. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
She needs to.
She's chill. Yeah. Or she needs a copyright.
Yeah, she needs copyright.
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's a lot. The world has changed a lot. And, when people are out there just sharing songs on TikTok and, I guess you could argue that is a timestamp. If you keep that up, you will know, like in our Library of Congress, that's how you really stay official with the insurance. But to say you were the first to release it, you could maybe prove a timestamp on a video that you put out there. But I mean, that's risky. So
can I also throw out, and I've seen some people talking about this of late, and it was people, talking about the Masters. And again, similar experience to what I had at Bob Dylan. What did Bob Dylan and the Masters have in common?
No phones.
No phones, Kristen.
Oh,
exactly right.
I love it.
What do you call it when you sit on a plane, you don't do anything, you just stare at the seat in front of you? Have you guys seen this trend?
When I've seen people watch the flight path the whole way.
Okay, that's another option.
On that little monitor behind you.
Incredibly boring to do.
Yeah.
Well, there's a term for it, and I want to
know
make
what
sure
you're talking about. I heard about it.
I want to make sure it's the right term because it could also be raw dogging. That's what it's called.
Okay, yeah, you're raw dogging.
They raw dog the flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost called it barebacking. I'm like,
What's
I don't
that
think that's the right thing. That's a different
Maybe you
deal.
can meditate.
I don't know if you do that, you can get arrested, but it's also kind of a cool club you can get into. The bottom line is the raw dogging the flight is you just sit there and stare aimlessly during the thing. But here's the thing. I want to encourage everybody. I really do. I want to encourage everybody who listens to this show, and I'm going to make this a PSA that I'm going to keep beating this drum along with put your damn carts back and turn on your signal when you're turning and other things like that. Go to concerts. Just do yourself a favor. Go to a concert, get a picture with your friends before the concert begins. Put your phone away. Do not take it out again until the concert's over, and tell me you didn't have a better experience taking all those videos, taking all those pictures
that
during
you're
the
never
concert,
gonna see
which
again.
detracts from your experience, and you will never go back and look at them. You may make a Facebook post, but you'll never watch the videos again. You'll never look at the pictures again. There is no reason to do it. It is a waste of your time. Immerse in the moment. Appreciate the moment. Suck in the moment. Live the moment. And that's what's cool about the Masters. You can't take your phones in.
I agree with you. 98% agree. The 2% is whenever I'm at a show and I'm wanting to like study what they might be doing for my own. Like,
that's different.
Well,
that's
most
different.
of us going are not professional performers.
But I will tell you, like, I just went to see 49 Winchester at the Hall the other day, and I noticed, I was like, I'm looking at my device right now, looking through this and not present to experience what, to me, I keep using the word spiritual today, but like it really is. There's something about being in the moment and all resonating on a frequency together and listening and like vibing together. And I think it's almost like how prayer works when you get together. You know, it's like a musical thing. And so,
I don't videotape that either.
I think society makes you feel like that's what you need to do. Unfortunately, like Ebony and I, because we have an 8-year age gap. And I'm more so much not really documenting stuff, and it's just very more natural to her and her friends. But like we had date night the other night. And, I think instinctively, when like we had cute stuff on, we're walking down Main Street, want to take a picture. And I said, I just want us to hang out tonight. I don't want everybody else to hang out with us too, And she's like, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
She was like, that was real sweet, babe.
I don't mind getting a picture, but yeah, you don't have to post every time you go out. And I have a bad habit of taking pictures of really pretty food too.
Yeah,
I do it too. But here's the other thing too. I'll tell you in conjunction with that, and I've been talking about this as a PSA, and I'm not going to turn it into another PSA. But I used to have a bad habit of like glancing at my phone when I was driving. I used to get really stressed when I was driving. And then I realized like when you keep your phone put down and you just get back to driving like you did when you were young and learning how to drive and like you started driving, it's like, wow, I am way less stressed and I'm a lot more aware and it's a lot more relaxing and I kind of enjoy driving again.
I have to tell you, I've noticed that about two things: in the shower and driving. You don't have your phone. If you put your phone down, I become creative. I come up with all of these great ideas.
How are you doing in the shower with your phone?
I don't have my phone. I'm saying I never have my phone in the shower.
Talking about times you don't have.
Times I don't have my phone.
I used to spend all my time on the phone in the shower, but now never.
Well, I mean, I have watched YouTubes in the shower before, but listen.
When I had my OnlyFans account, I used to take it now.
My point is, when I don't have my phone, I'm on my phone so much otherwise that I notice when I don't have it, and my brain starts to go create things and come up with ideas, and I'm like,
you know why?
Put the phone down.
Because your brain is relaxed.
Yes.
I almost never give myself time to just sit and be and sit and think and relax your mind, because it's always like, what's the next thing? What are we doing now? And even when you have those quiet moments, what do? You get your stupid phone out and you keep your mind busy with stuff online.
It's like an involuntary reaction to just check your phone. I find myself doing that. I'm like, stop it.
You have iPhones? Are we all iPhoners?
I'm iPhone, yeah.
What's your Sunday screen time notification? Do y'all get that?
About 5 hours.
Y'all, I don't even want to look.
I had 1 hour and 24 minutes last week.
You win. You win. Good for you.
Not bad,
That's
right?
incredible.
Yeah.
That's got to be the lowest in the world.
Thank you. I wouldn't say the world.
In the world.
No.
in Arkansas.
It's a day.
But
an hour. Think about an hour and a half on a phone a day.
There are blind people
that
are looking at their phones more than that.
That's like across the whole day, right? Not just like an hour. It's not your life.
No, that's the whole day.
Average for the day.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
That's really good.
Okay,
that's why you don't answer back texts.
Well,
I am bad at my phone.
Here's my problem too.
Mine is usually face down somewhere.
Yeah.
I do an hour before 8 a.m.
Wow.
Because
you're doing stuff.
Well, when I put Spotify on when I'm at the gym, that's an hour.
You know my biggest used screen time?
What day?
Chess.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I bet if I look, mine's up there too.
Yeah.
But Spotify, I do at least an hour a day, if not 2.
Okay.
So, because I play it in my car too.
I'm a psychopath when
I'm not listening to the
I drive in silence. I don't play anything.
You know what?
That is psycho.
I sometimes need that, which is
really good for you though.
Yeah.
I used to. In fact, long story, but yeah, Cliff always wants to listen to music. Sometimes I'm just like, I need silence right now because I have music around me so much. Play music and all the stuff. So sometimes I can't just enjoy music. I'm thinking about, is this song something I need to learn? I'm listening differently now.
That's like football players and coaches who watch a football game. They can't watch it like I do.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the game. You guys are like, oh, look at that. Now, we missed that block. I'm like,
I'll also be fair.
I'm like, who has the ball?
Critical.
What team's playing?
I need to be a more critical watcher of sports, but that's how you are with music. I get it.
Yeah.
I'll be fair because I do get more screen time working on my computer. I guess that technically counts too.
Tons.
Yeah.
You live on there.
But I'm not on social media on my computer.
No, you're usually working on a podcast.
Yeah, but I am looking at screen time, so that counts too.
I have this thing on my phone where I turn it to red. I have the triple thing that I set up, and it turns it to red. See, watch. Oh, that's funny. But did you see it turn?
Yeah, I saw that.
So
what does that do?
It went red.
Yes, I see it.
It's supposed to take the blue light off and help me go to sleep. So even if I am laying there watching it, I'm like starting to tell my eyeballs that it's
I'm good about not being on my phone at night.
Oh, me too.
And once I close my eyes, goodbye. See you tomorrow.
My phone doesn't have this charger part doesn't work, so I have to set it on a pad.
Yes.
So I can't be on my phone.
Oh,
That's
there
perfect.
you go. That's a good thing. I heard people put them in the car, like so that when they wake up, they don't just grab it.
I don't think it's so bad. I got too much stuff going. I'm like,
put it on a charger pad. You'll be less likely to.
I mean, about 3 days a week, I wake up to a text from Josh telling me what's screwed up over here, so I need it. I meant to bring this up to Pat, too. Speaking of entertainment stuff, we'll do entertainment on the other side of the break, but I watched this documentary about the Karen retrial last night.
Who was that?
It's this trial going on in Boston, and they had a mistrial, and they're retrying it now.
Is it good? It was on Netflix. I was going to check it out.
It's so good.
Okay.
And it's almost unprecedented. It's got to be. This is a woman who was on trial for murder of her boyfriend, who was a Boston police officer. They claim something else happened. She also admits she was basically drunk and doesn't remember a lot of the details, but dropped him off at this house, and he ends up dead in the yard at this house on a snowy night in Boston.
Ooh.
She goes back, and they find his body there. It's a whole thing, but it's a great story or documentary the way they did it. It's a horrible deal, obviously, but there's a lot of police corruption accusations, and it's incredibly well done.
It's all true?
Well, I mean, it's not their trial is now they're doing jury selection again for the new trial. So it's really, but the fact that she did this whole documentary and was interviewed multiple times during the making of this thing, because her attorneys are like, we need more attention on this case because she's been done wrong. It is wild. You need to watch it.
Okay.
It's fascinating. I think you and Ebony will both find it really
binge
interesting.
watch.
Oh my God. It's like 5 episodes.
Ooh,
I fell asleep about in the middle of the third one. That is not indicative of how entertaining it is.
Yeah.
I was just tuckered out, but it was really good.
Okay.
It is really good. Anyway, we'll be back in a second with entertainment. Can you stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around if you don't mind.
Fingernails that shine like justice, and a voice that is dark like tinted glass.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live and cooked Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
This is SportsCenter.
Last night in Major League Baseball, the Cardinals got back to 500 after beating the Astros 8-3. Starter Sonny Gray got his 3rd win of the season in 4 starts. The Mets beat the Twins 5-1 for their 11th win of the year. Juan Soto hit his 2nd home run of the year in that game. On the West Coast, the Dodgers got their 12th win of the year as they beat the Rockies 5-3, and the Padres got their MLB best 14th win after beating the Cubs 10-4. The Arkansas Travelers start their 6-game road series against the Springfield Cardinals tonight. First pitch is set for 6:35. Coverage for all Travs games can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. And Arkansas baseball will host Pine Bluff in Fayetteville tonight at 6 o'clock. Radio coverage can be heard on the Buzz. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at Oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Serious injuries happen every day. If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8. Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton. 888-8888. Anywhere in the state, dial 8. We've got you covered, Arkansas. Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Tuesday, Rick Schaefer and I have a short show since the Hogs are taking on UAPB at 5:30. But you know we're bringing in some great guests. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. We go around the horn and over the fence with Kevin Bohannon. Thanks to Fence Brokers and Chris Walker. And Kevin Hoop Scoop McPherson from Hogville.net. See you Tuesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
There ain't no man can't save me. There ain't no man can enslave me. Ain't no man a man that can change the shape my soul is in. There ain't nobody here who can cause me pain, erase my fear, cause I got only love to share. If you're looking for truth, I'm proof, you'll find it there. You got to serve something.
Tomorrow we are on the road. I think it's Wednesday tomorrow. Thursday we're on the road, I'm sure. We are at UAMS Ortho Now on Thursday. So we're going to be talking about this great new facility, which is a walk-in clinic at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS. If you have an orthopedic issue, maybe you're moving a guitar amp.
Yeah.
Or you're picking up your big keytar and you jack up your back or you sprain an ankle or whatever, Susan.
Uh-huh.
Got any kind of joint pain? I mean, you're going to be my age before you know it.
Oh, I can't go to sleep without having backache.
You need to go see our friends at Ortho Now. And it's a walk-in clinic, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, 8 until noon. So if you tweak something, break something, jack something up, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health is your spot. And Ortho Now, because you can get in now, is the place. 501-686-8674. You can call, but you can also just show up and go, hey, I did this, or this, and they'll get you straightened out. Don't live with pain. And go see our friends over there. They get you straightened right up. We're going to go over there and check out the facility on Thursday. Really excited about it. The hospital from 6:30 is absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to see the inside. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. All right, let's get to Entertainment Report in here.
Today's Entertainment Report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Susan, if they would have given you a shot to sit next to Katy Perry on Jeff Bezos' rocket ship, would you have gone?
Yes.
I don't think I would have, but now that I know that they made it back safe, I would have liked to have gone.
I would have gone. Yeah. That, in hindsight, yeah.
An 11-minute trip launched at 8:31 a.m. from West Texas. Others on board, Gail King, Carrie Ann Flynn, who's a former NASA scientist. Oh, she's a producer. Former NASA scientist Aisha Bowe, and Amanda Wynn, who is a scientist and advocate for survivors of sexual violence. After they reach space, the astronauts can be heard. Who'd I miss?
Bezos' fiance.
Yeah,
I forgot about Lauren Sanchez.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It looked fun. I saw some of the videos.
I never saw any of the video. I need to look it up.
It's
Anyway,
on TikTok.
some people are pretty bent out of shape because Katy Perry had the audacity to sing "What a Wonderful World" while she was on there.
She said she was going to sing in space. People
did.
were waiting on it.
Yep.
It was kind of nerve-wracking.
They were mad that she sang
Going
that
up, watching
song.
it watch.
Oh.
They were just kidding because
okay.
These are like detractors of her music.
Yeah, I thought it was cute what they were doing. They only had how many minutes to
11.
fly?
To float around, like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the rush?
I don't know.
I mean, you're already up there.
Why come back?
Yeah, why can't you hang out up there for
That's
an
how
hour?
they've all kind of been. The thing is, they showed footage inside the capsule once they were up there floating around. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
No footage of them going up. Because you could probably imagine their faces.
Oh, God.
All that acceleration.
And then-
the G-force.
Oh,
Did
you
you
know
hear
it. They're
them
not like
screaming?
trained pilots or astronauts.
They were screaming when they entered the back into the earth, and
atmosphere?
the parachutes came. They were all screaming like
Get it?
girls.
Oh, they were terrified.
I was like, I would too.
They all kissed the ground when they got out.
Beautiful. Federal prosecutor in New York said Monday that lawyers for Diddy are looking for reasons to delay a sex trafficking trial that's slated to start in 3 weeks. The latest version of the indictment against Combs, 55, added 2 new charges this month, but he still hasn't entered a plea. Guilty. That plus possible delays for the routine process for sharing evidence from both sides called discovery made prosecutors think he might be stalling for time, according to a U.S. assistant U.S. attorney. He's been locked up since September without bail. So
Have we seen any pictures of what he looks like?
I haven't, but I bet he's lost a few pounds, or maybe he's put a few pounds on. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think? You think he's like doing push-ups all day, just getting yoked, or
I don't know.
I don't think he's doing well. I mean, the writing's on the wall. I went down a Diddy TikTok rabbit hole coming back from New York about 5 hours. I was an expert, and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I felt so gross.
Do you feel comfortable that you got good information that's fair?
I try to think that I don't know. There's always two sides to every story, but and then TikTok just serves up what you're watching, so you can get in an echo chamber real quick.
Sure.
There are two sides to every story, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people on.
There's a lot of stories, man. It's just
There is so much smoke, it's hard to believe there's not a flame somewhere.
Yeah.
The IRS, again, has announced tax relief for people and businesses in Arkansas, even if you weren't impacted. If you live in one of the 75 counties in Arkansas, and if you're listening, you probably do, you have been extended to November 3rd, 2025. It was a last-minute announcement. I talked to my tax man this morning.
I can't believe this. This is crazy. I just now found out.
They did not announce it until he said he's an accountant. That's what he does for a
Yeah,
living.
right.
He found out at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon that the IRS was following the state's lead and giving an extension to everybody.
So everybody who just nail biter till the end just got a whole.
If you were going to wait until today to do it, you don't have to
You're
do it until
good.
November 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. Call your accountant.
If you want a little bit of good news and you already filed and you had to pay in, even though you could have waited for a while, here's a few deals for you going on around the state. And some of these are deals that, are people who spend money with us, but most of them are not. But I'm going to mention a few of them anyway because everybody needs a break when they can get one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a deal. Let's see. Burger King, for example. Today, Royal Perks members get a 1-cent cheeseburger with a $1 purchase at participating Burger King restaurants. The offer is under Offers tab on the BK app and online at bk.com. Potbelly, offering a buy one, get one deal today for tax day. 7-Eleven's offering discounted delivery on tax day. Casey's, big fan. Today, their rewards members who purchase any large pizza will get a pizza refund in the form of a free large one-topping pizza credited to their rewards account. DJ, this is up your alley. You're always looking for deals on pizza. I don't know if you've had Casey's Pizza. It's great.
solid, yeah.
Is it Pizza Hut, though?
No, it's better than Pizza Hut. It's
I
really
like what
good.
they did. They said refund, like a tax refund. I like that.
Yeah.
Get a pizza refund.
Yeah, it's like, hey, get your pizza today, and then we'll get you another single-topping pizza later down the road.
That's cool.
Krispy Kreme's got a deal today. Do we still have those around here?
I think Conway has one.
Conway has the last one standing. And that donut thing over there.
Any dozen donuts in shop receive a second original glazed donut dozen for the price of sales tax in their state. Good deal.
You know what? Cliff's probably going to head on over there. He loves.
Christopher Kimmer. What's that dessert?
Of course he does. It's always the guys that weigh $104 that eat like hell. I was talking to Justin Moore about that today. And he's like, I eat pretty good. And I'm
He
like,
doesn't work out.
He's so like lean and so annoying. Anyway.
What's the dessert that we split 50-50? You claim I ate most of it.
Are you high right now?
50,
The
at
red pudding
least 50-50.
You drank more of that cocktail that they served than I thought.
No. We can go back and watch the tape.
Buddy, I know for
You
a
were
fact.
smashing it.
I had 2 bites.
2 big bites.
Big old bites.
Oh, you will.
What was it?
You
What
get
was
all
the
fired
dessert?
up.
It's not even close.
What was the dessert?
Don't worry, there's more. So
I
it
need
doesn't
to know
matter.
what we were
There's
eating.
a Krispy Kreme bread pudding over at
At
Walk-Ons.
Walk-Ons.
It's insane.
We went to order that on Sunday night and they didn't have it. We had they had the cookie. The cookie.
The cookie's
cookie,
great.
The cookie little
No.
thing. I ate some of that. I broke my diet for that.
Susan.
You got
Krispy Kreme bread
No,
pudding.
Cliff
It's so
freaked
good,
out.
DJ ate 90% of it.
No, not even close. 50-50.
You're high. It's not 50-50.
And then I ate. All right, here we go. I ate
80-20.
35%. You ate 35%. How much left do we have?
That's 30%, and you ate 90%
No,
of
and
that.
then I left the other, which I thought were the good parts,
There was
like
a
a
half
little
of-
bit crispier. You
No.
didn't even want them.
Nobody wants the crunchy, crappy part. Everybody wants the soft, yummy, gooey part, you goof. What do you
crazy.
write, the outer ring of the cinnamon roll or the inner, tender, sweet part? Yes. No brainer.
It's all
You tried
good.
to screw me, and then you know what he tried to do? He tried to pee on my back and tell me it was raining. You are not going to do it today, sir. I'm not putting up with it.
You probably cut the crust off your French toast.
No, I don't. But that's not the point. But the inside part, the ooey gooey soft part's the best.
The ooey gooey. You had most of the ooey gooey.
Well, you are drunk, sir. Yesterday, I attended the announcement for the Robinson Center's new Broadway showcase, and it is going to be, I would say this anyway. I'll be honest, I would lie if I didn't think it was good because I love them and I love Dina, and they do a great job. And it's a really good cultural experience to have here. Again, can't have your phones out. It's great. But I'm going to tell you, this is maybe the most exciting lineup I've ever seen. They got a Richard Thomas one-man Mark Twain Tonight Show, which is going to be awesome. Again, the star of the Waltons is John Boy. He will be here in Little Rock. This is awesome. I don't think tickets are on sale yet, but I told Dina to tell me when they are, and we'll have her up. Mrs. Doubtfire, which they had a little teaser video of the stage performance. It looks fantastic. Elf the Musical. MJ the Musical. That's Michael Jackson if you're scoring at home. And Wicked, which DJ is already all at Twitter about. It's got an 11-day run. That's a really long run for them.
You're talking about the Robinson Center.
Yes, the Robinson Center. The Elf Musical is November 7th through 9th, so they'll get you in the holiday spirit a little bit earlier.
Well, just real quick, Tuesday, tonight, they've got Sesame Street Live.
Oh.
And then on the 17th, Golden Girls, The Laughs Continue. So you want there's music.
The laughs would have to begin for them to continue.
Yeah. Well,
Golden Girls, like
it's like
Betty
a
White
it's
and
like
her
a play.
crew?
Yeah, it's a play
Okay.
based on the girl. But it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right around the corner.
Oh.
I'll be celebrating in another country, not another planet. A Las Vegas wedding chapel is celebrating Star Wars Day. That's May 4th. By offering a pair of themed wedding packages inspired by the beloved franchise. The Little Vegas Chapel, which previously offered Star Wars themed weddings, May 4th, 2024, so last year, said couples who want to tie the knot in a galaxy far, far away can choose from two packages called Yoda, One for Me, and Love Star. The packages, I guess, are available for varying prices. I don't know, but if you want to dress up like Princess Leia and go get you some, have at it.
I was going to show you my pictures of our wedding.
Oh, there we go.
I love you for your pink Cadillac.
They're right there on Vegas Strip. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Did
I
you
don't know
ever-
if it's the same venue or not, but
I like the theme. It's good. All right, that's enough for now. Let's do birthdays.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Ethan says you're not good at the whole game of how much and how big and all those kinds
Who
of things.
said that?
He said you also...
Is that Ethan again?
Yes. He said DJ's not good at this game. He also said that Landon Jackson was 5'11", 197.
Oh, my God. It's coming up. I guess we'll find out soon if he's going to be first round or not.
Christian, we have any cake tickets left?
Yes, we do. That's what we're giving away.
I wish I knew about all this, all these tickets we just had like laying around. I wouldn't have bought mine, but that's fine. Whatever. I'm excited about going though. Very hyped.
that's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna give away a pair of tickets to Cake. If you want to come and hang out with us, reluctantly crouch at the starting line. We'll be having a good time. This is a great, not great,
birthday day.
It's an historical tragedy day.
Oh,
big tragedy day. Now I told you about one of these yesterday because we talked about the Titanic taking off from port. Well, on this day in 1912, it sank at 2:27 a.m. off of Newfoundland. It says between 1,490 and 1,635 people died. I'm like, can we get it a little more narrowed down?
Wait, the Titanic?
Yes.
I thought you said that sunk a while ago.
No, yesterday I told you they took off from port. And I said, wait till tomorrow. The follow-up's not going to be great. Also on this day in 2013, this is the anniversary of the Boston Marathon bomber.
Oh.
That was 12 years ago.
Bombers,
yes. And then on this day in 2019, the Paris Cathedral Notre Dame caught fire, toppling its spire and destroying its roof. So not a great day in history.
Just reopened, though, right?
From a tragedy standpoint. Yes, it did, not long ago. But some good things happened on this day. Ray Kroc opened the first McDonald's, and arteries have been clogged ever since. Going back to 1955. First ever franchise McDonald's in Des
Good
Plaines,
for him.
Illinois.
Not so good for the McDonald brothers.
No, but great for the Padres. Yeah. Because he eventually became the owner. And then on this day in 1947, something significant happened in the world of baseball.
What year?
1947.
They let black people play.
They let a black person play. His name is Jackie Robinson.
That's right.
So congratulations and happy
That was
anniversary.
47?
47. Yes. All right, here we go. Kenneth, you're with DJ. Corey, Christian, Seth, Susan, Erwin, Prowse. Here we go, guys. This guy's celebrating today.
Chris Stapleton.
Boom.
Oh,
It's like
she's
if you don't
on
get
it
this
today.
one, you're not winning. He took a 911, about 107 down back row.
107.
Isn't this an Arkansas song?
Arkansas. How old is Chris Stapleton, DJ?
Chris Stapleton, he looks a lot older than he is. He is 41.
Christian.
46.
No.
48.
No, 47, no point.
What?
This woman's an actress. Get your nerd alert hats out.
Alicia Silverstone.
Sandra Bullock.
She was
No.
in
The
Harry
Hobbit.
Potter.
Emma Watson.
Is that right?
She was also in Howard's End, won an Academy Award. She's actually
Oh.
received 2 nominations, one for Best Actress, one for Best Supporting Actress.
Is it what's her name?
Remains of the Day and In the Name of the Father, which also starred Daniel Day-Lewis.
Burton? Last name Burton?
Nope. She was in Sense and Sensibility. That's the one she won Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay, making her the only person in history to win the Oscar for both acting and writing.
Who's Professor McGonagall?
You should know her.
Maggie
She also played, she was the female lead in Saving Mr. Banks. Happy birthday, Emma Thompson.
Did I
She's
say
66
Watson?
years old.
Wait, Emma Watson's in that too. Yeah. Who's Emma Thompson? Who'd she play in that? In Harry Potter? Does it say?
Nope.
Maybe she was only in like.
No, she was in. It says film credits include Harry Potter series 2004 to 2011. I don't watch them. I don't know. This guy is a comedian and actor. Neighbors, Pineapple Express.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's correct. DJ.
His new show that's out, you would love it.
The
Studio.
Studio?
Yeah,
I
it's
do
good.
watch it.
How old is he?
Seth Rogen is 45.
Susan.
47.
46.
43. Christian. This guy is one of 2 white cornerbacks you can name in the history of the
Jason
NFL.
Sehorn.
Dang it.
How old is Jason Sehorn? He used to be married to Angie Harmon, who used to be on Law and Order.
When did he play?
A while back. You want them to guess first?
Yeah.
Okay, Jason Sehorn, DJ. Quickly.
52.
No.
53.
No.
47.
54. Listen.
I'm sorry. I was
This is
stuck
a game.
in the 40s.
I wish I was. This guy is a former NFL cornerback. Went to Florida State and played for the Indianapolis
Pac-Man.
Colts, the
Deion
Cardinals,
Sanders.
the Jets, and the Chargers. He's also got
Bob
a
Sanders.
relative that played in the NFL for a long time, and he's got a lot of kids.
Antonio Cromartie.
Dang it.
That is correct, Christian.
You can't hear me.
Alonzo, who is 5. I have Karis, who is 3. I have my junior, which is 3. I have my daughter, who just turned 3 as of yesterday.
Same lady?
I have another son named Tyler. He turns 3 in December. I got another daughter that was born October 16th named London. Another daughter that was born named Leilani, who's 2 years old. And I have my newborn with my wife. Her name is Jersey.
Didn't he forget one of them?
He's so busy. I don't know.
Sounds like Elon Musk's children.
How old is Antonio Cromartie today?
Antonio Cromartie is 41.
He is. Bingo bango, DJ.
Oh,
Nice
big
job.
fan.
Last but not least, this woman is an actress. She was in a few movies, but best known for her role in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Emma Stone.
That's right.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Very good.
Share birthday.
Both of them. How
That is
about
wild.
that? Okay, it's 4-4. Sorry, Susan. You can sit this out.
Yeah.
How old is Emma
Whoa!
Watson, boys?
Emma Watson.
Christian for the win. Come on, Corey's pulling for you, buddy.
Yeah, she's
Walk it off.
33 today.
Walk it off, not knock it off. How old, DJ?
Was she older than me when those came out? 34.
Bingo. Close enough. 35. Happy birthday, Emma Watson.
Sorry, Seth.
Kenneth, you're the big winner. Congratulations. See you at Cake tomorrow, big fellow. We got to hit a break. Susan, thank you for coming up.
you.
Go see our friends at Willy D's ASAP or catch Susan at Oaklawn or both.
Or the joint. This Thursday we'll be
Or
at the
the
joint.
joint.
Yep.
All right. We're going to try to check in with James. We're going to be out at Guatney on Friday. And I don't care where you got your car from. If you're driving high, you're going to get a DWI. If you feel different, you drive different. Now, listen, it doesn't matter if it's a prescription medication. If you don't feel right, you know, it says on the thing, don't operate heavy machinery. I don't know if you've tried to pick up your car lately, but it qualifies. So don't drive if you're high, ding dong. Drug-impaired driving is a serious safety issue for drivers, for you and for others. And law enforcement ain't putting up with it, and neither are we. It's never safe to drive when you're impaired, regardless of what you are high on. And if you think driving while high won't affect you, you're wrong. It's been proven that THC slows reaction times. If that shocks you, come on over here. I'll hit you in the head with a ball-peen hammer because you are an idiot. Anyway, bottom line is I want you to be safe out there for my sake and yours. I got kids out on the road, okay? And you do too, probably. And also, like, I need DJ to live a long, long time. So don't be doing drugs and driving around. Feel different? You drive different. Drive high, get a DWI. But don't.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Welcome to Moe's. Hey guys, this is Brandon with Moe's Southwest Grill. We welcome you in for the freshest Tex-Mex you'll find outside of your own garden. Check us out on Mo Mondays, where we have bowls and burritos starting at $7.99. And remember, your kids always eat free with us on Sundays. Let Moe's cater your next event. Schedule online at Moe's.com. And while you're there, download our app for weekly specials. Stop by anytime, where you'll always get the freshest Tex-Mex, and you'll always hear us say, "Welcome to Moe's."
I can't sleep.
What is it now?
It's the company. It's chaos.
What's chaos now?
The numbers, the expenses, the books. What if we get audited?
No one's going to audit you at 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
You could if you used Ramp.
Who said that?
I don't care because they're right. Go to sleep and sign up for Ramp in the morning, Jerry.
Ramp is the corporate card that handles all your tedious financial operations automatically, integrates directly with your ERP, and gives you complete control over every transaction. Ramp gives you everything you need for bulletproof books and a better night's sleep.
Wow, that is exactly what my company needs.
Yes, and exactly what I also need. Go to sleep, Jerry.
Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's ramp.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
For over 20 years, the hottest night spot in Little Rock has been Willy D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar in the River Market. Open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with cold drinks and a world-class dueling piano show. Deep Ultra Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays, and DJs spin on Friday and Saturday nights for a fun dance club option on the weekend. Visit WillyD'sPianoBar.com to make a reservation and learn more.
Willy D's dueling pianos. Come and get your Willy on.
It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters, and CertaPro knows how important your home is to you. That's why they're focused on helping you bring fresh color to your home. You can trust CertaPro Painters to get the job done right, even in those hard-to-reach places. Free estimates, reliable communication, professional painting, all at the right price. And each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show.
DJ, I got a note here from Kenneth on our D3 Auto Sales text line. Thank you, DJ.
What I do?
Way to go. Good job. You won him tickets to...
Oh.
He sent a message immediately.
You're welcome.
Emma Thompson played divination teacher Trelawney.
She was the one with the big glasses.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kind of
All right.
who saw weird stuff
Yeah.
or assume.
She had a
Yeah.
pivotal role in the third movie.
Probably the only Academy Award winner that's ever been in any
That's
Harry
not
Potter
true.
film. Name me another one.
Gary
Gary
Oldman.
Oldman.
Like they had all the classical.
Two.
Who played Voldemort? It was
What did Gary
Ray
Oldman win an
Fiennes.
Academy Award for? I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I'm
He
just
played
saying
Winston. I think he got one for playing Winston Churchill, didn't he?
Voldemort was what's his name?
Ray Fiennes.
one
Ray
dude,
Fiennes.
the dude that died,
Alan
Rickman should have won one but didn't.
Yeah.
for Die Hard.
He's great. Not sure who is pitching for Little Rock today, but they're absolutely dominating Ole Miss. Actually, quite embarrassing on the Rebels' part. Let's go. Hope that's the case.
I hope it's our guy.
He's not pitching today.
Oh, okay.
He only pitches on Friday. I'll be there to get staples out of my back Thursday. UMS pain. Dr. Gorey and Dr. Smith gave me my life back with no pain. Let's go. Come by and say hello. Maggie Smith, they're saying.
Yeah, that's McGonagall.
Did she win
She passed away.
Did she win an Academy Award for her role in Harry Potter, maybe? I mean, Harry Potter's one of Best Pictures, so maybe.
Did it?
Yeah, didn't it? Like, they won, one of the films did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like in 2004.
I would have thought that was Lord of the Rings, Twin Towers.
Could be. Yeah. I get those confused because I didn't see either one of them.
If you have to watch one of them, watch Lord of the Rings.
You like Lord of the Rings better than Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay. Justin, I caught the end of you talking about the Boston documentary. What platform did you watch it on? It's on Max, actually. It's not on Netflix. It's on Max.
Max has good documentaries.
Jim Broadbent, Julie Christie also won Academy Awards. Well, golly, guys, I'm missing out.
Basically, every great English actor is in one of the Harry Potter movies.
When I'm driving, I turn my phone off, and at night when I go to bed, I don't turn it off when I go to bed. I just silence it. Isn't it raw dogging a flight? I'm afraid to read the rest of this. A Seinfeld thing? Elaine's boyfriend Putty did it. Yeah, but he didn't call it that, but that's what he was doing. She's like, you going to read something? He's like, no. She's like, you going to look out the window? He's like, no. You just going to sit there the whole flight? Yeah. And then she broke up with him. Putty.
We raw dogged the radio show a couple weeks ago. We had no internet, no
true.
clips, no phones.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Anyway, I got to tell you about our friends. I don't have time. We're going to talk to Wes. Hi, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
It's good. Good.
Have you seen any of the Harry Potter films?
No.
Have you seen any of the Lord of the Rings films?
No.
Not shocked. Me neither. What's up?
Kind of Coach's Day. I just realized that we got Coach Z coming on at 2:10. Hopefully, we can talk more about the Ewan kid hopefully committing. It was a good sign anyway, posting on Instagram like he did, but most people feel like he's coming to Arkansas. Logan Stout, UAPB's head baseball coach, will join us at 2:30. They're on their way to Arkansas to play tonight, coming off of a sweep. They got a sweep over the weekend. That was big for them. And Bill Ingram at 3 o'clock talking about the NBA playoffs. The playoffs start tonight, or is this just the play-in game? This is not technically playoffs,
Technically
right?
not.
Yes. Right?
Play-in.
Okay. Well, I think we're
They're
splitting
playing
hairs.
in to get to the playoffs.
All right.
There we go.
This is like Dayton. Do you call that the NCAA tournament? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also talking with our friends at D3 Auto Sales at 1:30.
Let's go.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk-Ons is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro. Game on.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. Are you needing new flooring or a custom shower today, but need time to pay for it? Come see my friends at River City Flooring in Maumelle and get up to 48 months to pay for your new flooring or bathroom remodel. They carry the largest selection of waterproof flooring, carpet, tile, hardwood, and granite countertops. Come in for the huge spring sale. Get up to 48 months to pay for your new flooring